Hey, what's up, guys? Having some issues streaming. Something's wrong with my channel. Another leak. I just wanted to talk to you guys. First, dislike again. Thank you for the dedication, bro. I appreciate that, man. I kind of want to talk. I just want to talk to you guys. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good to see a lot of you guys. What a great morning. What's going on here then? This is me wanting to talk to you guys. And mostly, yeah, I just want to talk to you guys. That's really what it is. Yeah, I didn't sleep much, but I was thinking about that video I posted. And even though I barely covered anything in that video, I'm already seeing like people are unsubbing, disliking. I'm getting people who naturally like my channel talk trash. I'm like, oh gosh. And for me, I like being able to have a conversation with you guys so that I can... It's much easier to speak than it is to type to a bunch of different people. So I'm going to give people a chance to come in here and talk to me. That's really all there is to it. No, nothing bad has happened. I know every time I go live, it's like something crazy bad has happened, but no. I just want to talk to you guys, really. Let me just ask right now, what are your thoughts about Michael? I think he's a great YouTuber. Seems everyone has blinkers on when it comes to the wall. It's not great, so don't 5-star. What was wrong about your video? Well, I covered some stuff. In that video, basically, I look at what Ginger was talking about, and I try not to let it bother me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get people who are going to unsub, they're going to dislike, they're going to comment negative things, and people are going to upvote those comments. Should do other crypto, my dude, expand your audience. Oh, I'm working on that, Damon, just not with this channel. Why does it matter if people keep you subbing and disliking? Just keep doing you. The right viewers and subs will come and stay. Yeah, I mean, why does it matter? Because this is the only form of revenue I have. But obviously, I have to consider that everything whenever I'm making decisions. Before you start, stop feeling you need to explain why you are doing the right thing. Keeping it real. Yeah, and that's kind of how I want to be. Like, that's why I want you guys to let me know. Everybody in the chat, and maybe everybody here is just a supporter. If there's anybody in the chat who thinks you don't want to hear anything possibly negative about Safemoon, let me know and tell me why. Like, if you think I'm doing things wrong or you think I'm hurting Safemoon, like I kind of want to have a conversation about that. Because I'm convinced that this is the right thing to do. I thought about it for a while. I thought about it for days. And I thought, you know what? You should, as an investor, you should be looking at all the information you have, and then you make the best decision. But everybody, I like good and bad news. What'd you do before this? I was a laser operator for 6 years. I dislike isn't necessarily bad according to the YouTube algo. Yeah, apparently it counts as the same. I want to keep my head in the sand. Exactly, Mike. So exactly. Like, nah, man, I just want to keep my head in the sand. Zero clue what's happening, but clearing the air when needed is always a good thing. Yeah, I'm just going live to clear the air is all. It's been a rough ride. Nothing negative is unrealistic. Thank you, Dundee. I appreciate it. And it's good to hear from a lot of you guys. Slippy Joe, what's up, man? It's factual. I'm good if it's speculation. If it's a no-no. Okay, that's a great point, Paula. And I really respect you saying that. If it's factual, you're good. If it's speculation, it's a no-no. And there's a great point to that, which is they're not going to tell you what... Did we know that Thomas was quitting? Do we know that Hank was quitting? Do we know Jack was quitting? That would have all been speculation, FUD, and rumors. They're not going to tell us what's going on behind the scenes. They've shown that. And they kind of have good reason to not tell us. I think a lot of us, if we were in their position, wouldn't be telling everybody everything that's going on, especially drama about people wanting to quit. I don't even know if John knew that these people were wanting to quit. Like, I don't know the extent of what John knew or if they were going behind his backs. But very clearly, Hank and Thomas were going to quit together. Charles Caroni said that. If you think that's FUD, ugh. You know what I mean? 301st Spartan with the $5. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I thought about it for a while, and I just want to talk to you guys. I'll look at anything with you guys during this stream. But I mostly wanted to talk to like a lot of the fudders too. But you guys are so supportive. Thank you for coming in here and being so supportive. I really appreciate that. How credible is the source that has the audio tapes? Enjoy what you're doing. great questions. I really appreciate that. If this is just some random BSer just making stuff up, that's one thing. And that's something people are saying. 301st Spartan with $100. Thank you so much, man. Keeping it real. Everyone hit the like button. 301st Spartan, man, you're the best. Thank you so much, man. That's an insane donation. I really appreciate your support, and it's so tough for me. It's so tough for me to be like, if I cover this information, I'm going to destroy my channel, and it's the only form of revenue I have. And I'm not asking you for donations. I really do appreciate that. But that's the decision I have to make right now, because that's the only way I have money coming in is through YouTube. So I'm like, if I cover this, I'm destroying myself. But a lot of you guys really do support me, so thank you so much. Sorry guys, I just woke up, my voice isn't clear. Crypto Control, did you discuss that Ginger interview transcript with Pyro? Sorry, I need to clear my voice one more time. Morning Tiff, how you doing? We love your channel, we got your back. You guys are awesome. Okay, I didn't expect this much support. I'll keep going then, guys. I'm gonna keep losing subs, but that's okay. I'll just keep going. You guys got my back. Hank responding to the recording gives the recording credibility, in my opinion. Oh yeah. Did you discuss that? Okay, so I got into a call with the girl that was in the video that said, with Hank, that said you've got John's balls by a vice grip or whatever. Very interesting wording, right? I was in a call with her, with a bunch of other people on that call, with Safemoon moderators, like high-level Safemoon moderators, very well-respected people. This wasn't just random people, you know what I'm talking about? And all of these people were in Rbtc, who now are being seen as the bad guys. You only go live when it's bad news. You said it yourself. That's not true, Safemoon. So go through my live streams. You'll see me that I was the only person to live stream Safemoon hitting 1 million followers on Twitter. So, yeah. I just proved you wrong in like 3 seconds. I also went live for the wallet. So I literally just went live for positive news. Thank you for hitting the like, guys. I really appreciate that. Nobody's supporting you. Thank you, Eogon Bergen. I did this stream to talk to you guys. I want to talk to the fudders. We can look at any information together right now. Leak the voice recording. It's the new thing. We can look at the voice recordings. Sorry, guys. My voice is real jacked up. I didn't think it would be this bad. Never talk shit about our boy Joe. Ignore the haters. I'm going to be real with Joe. I like Joe, and I like his positive energy, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to say my differences about him. He only covers positive news, and I didn't say that that was necessarily a bad thing. I just say that if you, as an investor, like, that's the craziest thing to be like, it's your money, you know what I'm saying? Why should anybody else care what you do with your money? If you don't want to hear, like, you choose how to invest. It's like gambling. You can go out and throw out $100,000 in something and nobody can stop you. I think we should look at John saying they don't hold bags, but Hank saying differently in the tweet. Come on, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Just let it be, man. Stop the negativity. Yeah, Muzamil Khalil. I want to talk to the fudders. I want to talk to everybody, but I want to talk to the fudders. Like, I really want to have a real discussion. When did Papa quit? Apparently weeks ago. It's been known for a while that they were going to quit, guys. This wasn't sudden news. Jack, okay. Let me get the stream set up. Pump it up. Joe's good for vibes, but he's the type of person that would get his house stolen for saying it's not happening. Yeah, I just want to have this discussion with you guys. Thank you for the donations and the support, guys. I'm going to get the stream set up real quick. And I just want to say to any fudders in the stream, if you think there's any part of me that wants Safemoon to fail, then you're wrong. This is the only form of revenue I have at the moment. And my investment in Safemoon, to me, is the same thing as it is to you. It's a future where I can pay off a house and help my family and be financially free. There's not an ounce in me that wants Safemoon to fail. But your dev team, 3 of the dev team just left. And you knew nothing about that, and that was all FUD. And they're gone. And that's FUD, right? But everything's FUD until it comes to light. Well, maybe there's a better way to look at things happening before they happen. with a more open perspective other than that's FUD because it's negative and it goes against them. And if it goes against them, then it's FUD and that's not a real source. They're not going to tell you anything. Maybe, and if that's how you want to invest, that's fine. I'm not even going to judge you for that. I think that's not a very smart way to look at your investment. Because usually with any crypto, if you watch the dev team leave, that looks like a rug pull. And I know if you had said before this happened that Hank, Jack, and Thomas were leaving, that would have been like insane FUD, right? Everybody would have lost their shit. Well, now it's happened. And with any crypto, the dev team leaving looks like a rug pull. I'm not saying it is, but that's exactly what it looks like when the dev team starts leaving. I need to put the chat in slow motion. What's up, Kratzian? How's it going? Facts, truth versus FUD, negativity. At the end of the day, you decide. And that's what I decided I want to do with this channel. I just want to bring you guys as much information as possible and then let you decide. I'm not trying to convince you that it's a rug pull or that it's bad, and I'm not trying to convince you that it's good. I want to tell you what's real, what I believe to be real, and then you decide. You know what I mean? I can show you leaked audio. I can show you messages of Ginger talking about Thomas saying that John. This is crazy to me that people are burying this under the rug. This guy is saying that Thomas says that John, the way that John, like literally that Papa is saying that where John is taking Safemoon, that it's not going to survive. It seems that Papa and Thomas have such a disagreement on the future of Safemoon, and he was thinking about leaving. He was leaving, and he stepped down as chief blockchain officer. I mean, come on, guys. When are we gonna wake up? I still want Safemoon to succeed, and I still believe in it, but this is unrealistic, man. This whole FUD thing is like a brainwashed way to never question what's going on. Even if like insane stuff is happening, like the dev team leaving or conversations about people saying like F that guy, like that's crazy to me. That's crazy. 15 hours a week. That's what I'm saying. I was working harder for Safemoon than they were. If they're only working 15 hours a week on Safemoon, the YouTubers are working harder. You guys doing research are working harder. I mean, almost everybody's working harder than them on the project. If that's true, that was straight from Hank's mouth, that Thomas was scaled back to 15 hours a week. Are you kidding me, dude? That's not even part-time. And that's not FUD. That's just a fact. And they want to bury this and not talk about this. And it's so rough, man. I'm in such a weird position to where I'm like, no, I'm going to talk about this. The entire point of covering a crypto is not just to pump up a crypto. Like, guys, think of all the cryptos that are getting pumped up, that are getting dumped on. Rug pulled. It happens a lot, right? Pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. How many YouTubers do you think cover that? And if they covered any possible negative things going on, like I was hearing this one story about how these two people were in this crypto and they saw that they were able to turn off and on the cells, and the guy was smart enough to know that was happening, so he told his friend, like, we got to get out now, and they sold, and then the guy rug pulled it, and they barely avoided a rug pull. I mean, you have got to wake up, like open your eyes to reality. You cannot just blindly believe in the future of something. That's insane. It still shows him as CBO? Yeah. Crypto Control is Safemoon Dev? No. Safemoon Dev looks really bad in all this too. Like, Safemoon Dev looks really bad in all this. Let me try to put this. Papa is not effing leaving. Yeah, that's what he said, right, Scrappy? He said he's not leaving, right? Let's look at some stuff together. You guys, let's do this. Give me 1 second. We're gonna look at all this. Yeah, I'm not Safemoon Dev. You think I would start this? Pretty sure Safemoon Dev is probably has a lot more money than I do. I think my internet is having some troubles right now. It's about our money, not some Harry Potter or Star Wars fantasy. Exactly, bro. I fully understand if Papa had health issues and scaled back. What I didn't like hearing was he was allegedly putting in 80 hours into a different project. Exactly, Michelle. That's why when you talk about these health issues, you know what I mean? It's like when you're in a relationship and you're like, oh, you know, just things don't feel right, and you come up with all these excuses, right? But you don't really want to say the real reason. And the real reason was that Thomas and John disagreed on the future of Safemoon. Like, I really do think that they... Why is Thomas, Hank, and Jack leaving the team? You know what I mean? People just go, oh, like, they weren't good for us, let them go. I'm like, dude, you gotta think more than that. What's up with Safemoon Joe? Why is that dude Rob digging his past? Well, Rob just... His channel is built off actually, like, hating Safemoon, so that's what his channel is dedicated to. So anybody who sees Safemoon in a positive light is going to be... Sorry guys, my internet's having issues. The internet's having issues today. It's kind of odd. It's acting real sketchy. Like somebody, it feels like somebody's stopping me from going live. Or like something's wrong, something happened to my channel. Yeah, my channel's acting really weird right now. Present your proof? Okay. You know Safemoon Whale got this info and that's why he bailed? That's possible. He might have got some info and then bailed, yeah. You're cracking up, bro? Yeah. My internet might be having trouble. I just wanted to talk to you guys and look at some stuff with you guys. Use the Force, Luke. Good on your end? Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I'm having some issues with my YouTube right now. Something's going on. Rocky Man. Okay, whatever. I can't update the stream. I can't turn on ad revenue. I can't update the title. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. I imagine I'm probably just going to get deleted one day or something. But yeah, I'm losing subscribers as we speak. So let's just go over all this, right? Stephen Michael quit, so you're getting new subs. No, I'm losing subs. I'm losing subs. I am not gaining subs. I am losing them. Okay. Let them get stuck with the bag, bro. No worries. We still here for you. Your thumbnail wasn't displaying either. Yeah, something's wrong with my YouTube right now. Hopefully it's not getting like taken down or anything. It's acting very sketchy right now. Let me see what's going on. What's up, man? I would contend to everyone on here that can't simply trust Ginger's word on anything related to Safemoon. Just keep that in mind. 77 people here, 29 likes. Come on, guys. Safemoon Michael quit. Is he now Nobility Michael? He kind of made it sound like he was still going to cover Safemoon content in the future, but that he was going to change his name from Safemoon Michael. Yeah, let's look at some stuff, right? Okay, hopefully it's just YouTube's end because I couldn't change anything on my live. Hopefully that's it. Hey, you're a dummy if you think that. No, I get... Okay, let me talk to Rocky Man. That's who I wanted to talk to. Because I really want to have a real conversation with you. To me, that's the entire point of... is to be open to other opinions. That's how you understand what's real. So Rocky Man said, no, I get what you're saying. You want the truth, but you're getting one-sided information from Ginger, and Thomas will never speak on the subject to you. So how is that the whole story? Let me ask you this, Rocky Man. How are you getting the whole story? Or are you just assuming that they're not lying to you? Are you just assuming that they have the best interest for you? How did you feel about Thomas and Hank and Jack before they quit? Did you think they would ever quit? Did you have the whole story? Was there signs that they were going to quit? Did you see at the beginning of the month, whenever they took the keys from John, or I'm sorry, they took the keys from Hank and Thomas to the liquidity pool, and then they said, oh yeah, we're just moving this to the financial department. And we thought, oh, that's interesting. I guess that's more secure. Yeah, go Safemoon. And we didn't think, I wonder why they took the keys from Hank and Thomas. Maybe something happened after the wallet launch didn't go very well. Maybe John found out some stuff was going on. So what's wrong with Safemoon Dev? I don't know. Safemoon Dev's looking really bad for Safemoon, actually. Safemoon's talking off. That's what's going on. Facts, Rocky. Good morning, Safemoon Shrimp. Safemoon Michael was covering FUD on the day the wallet released. Who does that? Yeah, and like, what is FUD, guys? That's one other thing. Like, I despise that word. I despise the word FUD because people think it means something it doesn't. There's nothing really big, man. I just want to talk to you guys is all. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? So FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Do you have any reason to have fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the crypto space? Can the FUDsters answer that? Do you have any reason to have fear, uncertainty, and doubt? No? There's no reason in the crypto space to have any fear, uncertainty, and doubt? For Safemoon? Do you have any reason to have fear, uncertainty, and doubt for Safemoon? Sounds about exactly like, yes, BB, yes, I'm here to talk to you. I want to talk to the FUDers. I did this live stream to talk to you, the FUDers. I want to hear your actual opinions, and I want to talk to you about it. Only need John, F. Michael. Clearly he wants to make a new coin. Papa, Hank, whatever. Who are they? Just a bump in the road. Yeah, so like before that would have been FUD. If we had said Papa and Hank were leaving, that was FUD. Now it's just a bump in the road. Well, was it FUD or is it a bump in the road? You know? Do we blindly thought they were working their asses off for us and that they were for Safemoon. Behind the scenes, something was happening to make them want to leave, right? And yeah, crypto control seems like what you're doing is open-ended research with a live discussion. Anyone who tells you that you FUD, dude. Yeah, I want to talk to you guys. Yeah. Thomas is not gone, but I'm gone. You clearly want people to leave. Javon PV. Okay, so Thomas is not gone. That's what we're saying, right? Thomas isn't gone. What if he was? I'm curious. If the community found out that Thomas wasn't here, how do you think that would affect Safemoon? If the community found out that Thomas wasn't really on the team, how would that affect Safemoon? They can always hire new people, right, Tenji Kushi? That's what I thought about too. I'm like, you know, they can hire new people. That's always an opportunity, right? And honestly, this is why I say that I think what makes Safemoon is us. Thomas has the job of blockchain. When he finishes the blockchain, what more is there for him to do? A lot of things if he was to stay with the project. Okay, I want to tell you guys this. Before, oh my gosh, okay, where is the post at? Hopefully it's in here. You guys need to look at this information. There's a lot of information out there. Have you guys seen this leaked audio? So here's this Kyle. This guy is he's for Nobility Token. Phoenix and Kyle work on Nobility Token. They just did a live together. There's Ragnar, Papa, Safemoon Dev is right here for those of you guys that haven't seen this. I mean, how much information has to come out before you guys wake up and start thinking a little bit differently about Safemoon? Now, I've said this. I want Safemoon to succeed. I love Safemoon. I really do love Safemoon. I love the colors. I love what it stands for. I love the community. I love the power and the potential of Safemoon to actually have a huge impact on the world. Am I going to, because I love Safemoon, am I going to not look at this bullshit going on? No. I'd be stupid to not do that. It's stupid to not look at the information that's coming out. And you guys, Charles Caroni said that Thomas and Hank left for similar and connected reasons. Can you? I mean, come on. That's John's brother saying that Hank and Thomas left for similar and connected reasons, and that Jax was separate. David Whalen with the $5, bro. You do you. I love your content, and I'm thankful for being a straight shooter. We deserve to know what's going on. Keep it up, bro. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. I need to just expect to lose a ton of subs from all the people who don't want to hear different opinions. Yeah, he said he's not leaving, right? Papa said, I'm not effing leaving. But do you know what he said after that? Here it is. So, this is Charles Caroni. I mean, if there was anybody on the inside who should have an idea of what's going on, it would be that Charles, right? He said to expound, Jack, personal reasons, and no ill will or anything negative to Safemoon. Jack said he left because of a toxic work environment. This is Charles Caroni saying that Thomas and Hank, also personal reasons. Pretty much I'm saying is that we can't comment on the processes. But if we go to his other message, if I can find it, he said that the reason that they left was similar and connected. Are we just going to ignore that? Charles Caroni, Thomas and Hank resigned together. While the timing was different, it was for similar reasons and connected. Sorry, in calls. Is this fabricated? Is this fake? Is this FUD? Is this just FUD, right? We need to sweep this under the rug and move on. I know you're getting to the truth. I get this, but showing everything on this doesn't help Safemoon. Not FUD, but you're telling people stuff we didn't want to know, but we should know, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I mean, if you only want to hear positive things, this isn't the channel for you. You can unsubscribe. You can dislike. I'm not going to unrealistically promote something that might end up screwing people over. I'm not going to do that. I can't. My conscience won't let me do that. The best thing for me to do financially, guys, is to never cover any of this stuff and to just keep pumping Safemoon. That'll grow my channel. I won't get any fudders. I won't get any dislikes or any subs. This is a big deal. I would like to see what anybody who says FUD. Okay, yeah, spreading FUD, right? No, I didn't sell my bag. I still have my bag. I haven't sold it all. Now's your time to shout out Safemoon Joe. Wise as Joe in the chat. Shout out to Safemoon Joe. I don't think he's here though. Listen, people can have a change of heart, especially if differences can be worked out. Yeah. You're doing the right thing, Crypto Control. Guys, you guys don't understand. No, it's not $100. My bag's around $2,000. I do believe that Papa is not currently an official employee of the company, and what's going on is just damage control. I mean, I saw the message by John's brother. Yeah, I'm just trying to have a conversation. You guys are the one that's throwing all the stuff at me. Thomas and Hank resigned together. While the timing was different, it was for similar reasons and connected. This is FUD, right? This is bury this under the rug, ignore this, this never happened. Now, what I'm saying, I know you guys are saying, but Thomas said he's on the team. I want to tell you guys that the day this happened, before Thomas said I'm not effing leaving, I heard, these rumors I'm hearing, I can't reveal the sources, but I heard that Thomas was pretending to be on the team. Actually, I heard that Thomas was pretending to be on the team the day that Hank quit. The very first day that Hank quit, I heard that Thomas was pretending to be on the team. And I'm like, there's no way to confirm that. That is a little scary, yeah. And this does feel like we don't know where the future of Safemoon's going. And then we saw this screenshot from Charles Caroni. So I had already heard that Thomas was pretending to be on the team to save face. And then I saw this screenshot from Charles Caroni. Thomas and Hank resigned together. Why is he saying they resigned together? Did he mix up and he thought that he used the word resigned? So clearly Thomas and Hank were quitting together. This is not FUD. This is your investment. This is your investment. Hank tried to blackmail Papa. Papa came back and turned on Jack and Hank. No. When Hank left, Thomas sent Hank a GIF on Twitter that had the love thing, like best friends hugging. Thomas and Hank are like best friends. Who cares? Wallet is released, exchanges next. People let it go. No. Yeah, so let it go. If you don't want to hear anything, then you don't have to be here. But what's important, and I've said this in my videos, is like, this is your investment, guys. I don't know how much, I keep having to say that. This is your investment. This is your money. You know, I'm like begging you to be realistic with your own investment. And you don't have to if you don't want to. You invest however you want. Maybe you'd only have a couple hundred and you don't care if you lose it. I do have thousands of dollars invested, so I'm not like, it's not I have a little bit and I haven't sold, so that should tell you that I still have hope in the future of Safemoon. If I thought it was absolutely done, I would wait for a pump and sell. I don't believe that. I still think that Safemoon could be very successful. I really do believe that. $5 from Cliff Spab says Safemoon is soap opera drama. Keep narrating, friend. Love the channel. Shameless plug. At the Bar podcast. Shout out to At the Bar podcast, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the $5, bro. So this, and I want to go. I want to move on, but it's your ratings is all you care about. No, I'm destroying my channel. My subs are going down by talking about this crypto moon. So when people say that, it's literally the opposite of what you think. All I have to do to grow my channel, and I could start a new channel, Safemoon to 1 cent, guys. It's amazing. Yeah, it's easy to do that stuff. And when you talk about Eric Hamilton, someone who has fallen halfway, Charles Caroni equals some dude on the internet. That's the brother of the CEO. Like, thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is FUD, right? Charles Caroni saying Thomas and Hank resigned together is FUD, and we should just bury this under the rug and not talk about this, right? That's a realistic way to go about your money. The thing that a lot of you guys don't understand is some people have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Some people have a lot invested, and it's actually a big deal for them. It's not like losing a couple hundred, a couple thousand. It's a huge decision they have to make. Whales, shrimps, they actually have to like really look at this information. They're probably way smarter than most of us. They probably pay people to look at everything that's happening in the future of it so they can know to get out on time. They probably have enough money to pay people to do that. Will Charles ever address this? He said that he misspoke. And saying that people resign together, I mean, now that's looking really bad, right? Has anyone read in terms on the wallet the wording seems? No, I haven't seen that. I had 250K at the peak and Diamond handed it. Damn, Zachy, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, that takes some diamond balls right there. Guys, endgame is Gambia and the use case for millions of people. All this bullshit is a bump in the road. People are greedy and arrogantly leave. Let them leave. I agree with that, Moonray, but also like think that you need to have a positive, or not a positive, a realistic way of looking at everything, right? Yeah, and I'm going to leave this on screen for a second. This is Charles Caroni, the brother of John Caroni, saying that Thomas and Hank resigned together. Thomas quit, guys. And whether that means that John convinced Thomas to stay. And even when Thomas said, I'm not leaving, I'm not effing leaving, he came back. And during that live Twitter space, he said, even if I'm not the chief blockchain officer, I can still be a supporter of Safemoon and work on things for Safemoon and be an advisor for Safemoon. And I heard that he was pretending to be on the team before any of that happened. I knew about this. And I didn't tell you guys because it was just a rumor that I couldn't prove at that point. But I do want you guys to know that every rumor I've heard has come true so far. Every single thing. And right now, the rumors look really bad. I don't know where it's going to lead to. I'm pretty sure John convinced him to say, too. So you take a person who admitted they misspoke over Papa's own words. You are hilarious. Yeah, gangbangers, low. You think that Papa wasn't quitting? You think that Papa wasn't thinking about quitting? Do you really think that? Unfortunately, Crypto Control isn't making this up, aka FUD. Yeah, I would rather just be making videos about math, getting another couple thousand subscribers a month. This is not what I want, guys. Wise Grip Girl, call you had what was said. Thank you, man. I only invested. Let's listen to the audio. Let's listen to Hank's audio. So once again, if you're here and you think that I'm fudding, I want you to know that Charles Caroni said Thomas and Hank resigned together. Okay? That's FUD though, right? Ignore that. Don't talk about it. Okay. And that's a good way to go about your investment. And I'm the evil asshole, right? Because I'm talking about these things. Right. And I'm doing it for views, even though I'm losing subscribers as we speak, because my video talked about some things today. Right. Everything makes sense, doesn't it? When the opposite of everything you're saying is happening, but you think it all makes sense. So Jack said a couple interesting things. Why did Jack quit? Are we just going to ignore that and move on and go, yeah, we don't need him? That's also a terrible way to look at the situation, in my opinion. He said, I need to remove myself from any toxic environments. But he said this has nothing to do with the Safemoon holders. A toxic environment that has nothing to do with the Safemoon holder. I wonder what that could be. Possibly the division between John and Papa and Hank. But let's... It's funny that people think that Thomas wasn't leaving and that he's not staying, wasn't convinced to stay. If you think that, that's fact. That's just out there. Here's another one from a mod. Is Hank a credible source? Yeah. He's part of the dev team. You at least want to hear what he's going to say. David Whalen says, you people want to know if Futter, go listen to Crypto Rob. He is a fool tool. CC is just spitting facts. Like it or not, they're still facts. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love Safemoon and I want it to succeed. But we also need to be properly informed as investors. And that requires us looking through all the positive bullshit and all the negative bullshit and figuring out what's real. And if you only look at the positive, that's your choice to do that. Like, that's your investment. You do whatever you want, you know? But I'm not doing that here. So here is Chuck P, which I believe has some role in the Discord, saying he never left but did step down from Chief Blockchain Officer. Papa will remain as consulting capacity. There's another one. Like, you don't want to know what's going on with your investment behind the scenes? You don't care? You just want to believe in the future and not hear anything negative? That's fine. TCAT Kryptonair with the $5 says, honestly, I invested in Safemoon, not Papa. Just saying, maybe in the beginning he was crucial, but I believe Safemoon is bigger than one person, right or wrong. Yeah, I agree that Safemoon... I've said this before. Here's my thoughts on the future of Safemoon. And I see two possibilities of Safemoon going down, maybe three. One is that something bad happened with a liquidity pool, and that because we're connected to governments, that maybe something financial could get connected to Safemoon and get us taken down because of one person's bad actions. That's one of my fears, personal fears as an investor, and as somebody who wants it to succeed. That's another thing, is I want Safemoon to succeed, you guys. A lot of you guys that are hating on me. The other one is that how many, like, this was 4 months ago, leaked audio. Think about all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, right? And should we just assume it's the best? I don't know. I don't know what else could come out that could make Safemoon look bad, but as an investor, that's a realistic possibility that something else could come out that could make Safemoon look really bad. Is this the recap? I wonder if it has Thomas's words on it. Papa told the community, I'm not leaving. When asked to clarify, Thomas explained that his health has been declining lately and the environment he's been in is toxic. What is this toxic environment that's going on? And how does it relate to the future of Safemoon and for us as investors? So he may be stepping into a more behind-the-scenes position in the future. He, however, reiterated that he will not be leaving Safemoon. So... I mean, for me, you believe whatever you want to believe. If you want to believe that because Thomas said this, you can ignore everything else, and that he was never thinking about leaving, and that Charles said he was leaving and he was wrong and just misspoke, that's fine if you want to believe that. Like, that's your choice. I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. I'm just trying to put the information out there so you can choose. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to put the information out there and let you decide. Is that not the right thing to do? But what I heard was the day that Hank quit, I heard that Papa was pretending to be on the team and that he wasn't with the team and that Jack was quitting. The very next day, we see the leaked chat of Charles saying that Papa quit. And then we see that Papa said, "I'm not leaving, but I will be stepping down." And that just looks like he quit. He was convinced to stay and take a smaller role so that they could say he was on the team. That makes 100% sense to me. Why would I hide that from myself as an investor? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. Whenever I start talking about that, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Can Crypto Control sold his bag before wallet release? Clown. Alex B, I still have my bag. I haven't sold it all. I've got around 900 million, which I bought at different times. I bought it the 4 when I first got in, so, but I've also bought some of the dips. Yeah, so that does, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Let's listen to Hank's audio. I was gonna make a video about this. Let's just listen to his audio. See you all with this loser, but don't let this negative dude brainwash you positive. Okay. Yeah, Safemoon for the future, man. Papa was never quitting. Jack was never quitting. Safemoon can't fail. Like, what is going on? That's hilarious. It's like people are being brainwashed to not question any negative possibility. Even when the dev team is leaving and talking about toxic work environments, you still won't question that. That's some dedication, bro. So here's Charles, where he said, there are leaks of private conversations. I was trying to get info out to the moderators as it came and gave info incorrectly. That is my bad. Which, once again, that just looks bad because you said that they left for connected reasons. Where is this video at? And I'm in such a weird divided space because I don't feel like I can make videos without talking about this stuff. Like, this is a big deal, how important this is. Let me read some of your comments for a second. Want to read my comment, or shall I keep putting it? Charles probably most likely heard the audio and assumed Papa was leaving too, even though Papa may have already changed his mind since the audio. The audio wasn't out yet then. The audio wasn't out yet. Papa probably agreed with John to stay on the team, to take a small role so that they could say that Papa was still on the team. That's exactly what we see. He's taking a smaller role so they can say Papa's not leaving. You don't need to make videos. Sounds good, Carl Jackson. Hey, Crypto Control, did you see the mugshot of Safemoon Joe? Yeah, I've seen that. That's the problem with our society. People are trained to be sheeple. I know, we're just divided. 301st Spartan says a team of technical gods would not have the technical issues Safemoon faced on every launch and deadline. People resign all the time. Why question it? If Safemoon wasn't underneath a microscope and transparent, it wouldn't be a big deal. When you're Gyoku Narigato, in the crypto space, anytime you watch your dev team walk away from a project right before a huge launch, that is a huge red flag to you that something is off. And yes, I agree with both things. There's two sides to that, though. If you ignore one, you're being blind. One side is that, yes, they started with a team, and as they got bigger, people that they started with can't handle how big Safemoon is. I actually think that makes sense. I think that we need people more professional and more experienced than probably these guys that are leaving, and that it'll be better for Safemoon. At the same time, why are they leaving? What is this toxic environment? What is this talk of Safemoon not succeeding? Charles Hoskins left. XPR, yeah. XRP, yeah. It can happen, but does it mean that it always will work one way or the other? No. What did I miss about Safemoon Dev? Why is he looking sketchy? Oh, there's so much to go into. Crypto Control was right so far, so why do you haters come here to his channel and complain? Unsub from this clown. Thank you, Alex B. I appreciate that. Time to move on, bro. Time to move on. It's funny. The thing is, I believe in Safemoon, and I'm not going to let the fudders stop me from believing in Safemoon. Like, and the fudders, I mean, like, the people who come in here telling me that I need to sell my bag, you know. Oh, man. David Whalen with the $2. I'm safe and dead. Now buy more sheep. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Crypto Control, how much you have in Safemoon? I have around 900 million. Nobody tripped out on that, so I understand what you're 100%. I'm curious, but at the point where I'm afraid of questioning my investment. I understand what you're 100%. Well, I appreciate you being willing to, you know, talk about it and not just treat me like I'm an asshole. What's going on, Papa? Brief update, please. Just rewind the stream about a couple minutes. My voice is running out. I understand your concern, but you're not making sense stirring up FUD. The question you should ask is, can Safemoon survive without Thomas? And the answer is yes. Angel, what's up, man? Yeah, I've already said that I believe that Safemoon can survive without Thomas. Now, I know people that don't believe it can. And how do you think the Safemoon community is going to react if they found out about that Thomas actually wasn't on the team? How do you think they would react to that? Have you used the wallet at all? I love the foundation. It has a ton of potential and love the utility it does provide. Yeah, I used it a little bit. Exactly, Gyuku. I like your name too, bro. I just don't understand why Thomas and Hank would complain about Safemoon becoming more corporate. The more corporate it is, for the better for life of the project. Yeah, I would love to hear... their... why they believe that Safemoon could go two different directions. Let me see if I can't find... Let me try to find this so I can play this. Hank mentioned a few product ideas and leaked audio, which he kept as a secret. Do you think Safemoon acquired all of them, or is this project still alive? Guys, and I'm trying to be honest with you guys. Like, I really do think that Hank and Thomas, I think they had like what was best in mind. Like, they really thought they were doing what was right for Safemoon. It just involved them creating a new Safemoon for people to go to. Like, I think that's what they wanted to do, and they wanted to bring the Safemoon people with them. They wanted to bring holders with them to a new project. Let's listen to Hank's audio so we can get an idea, and it's not just speculation. Let's get some more facts out there, right? Hank, he should have an idea of what's going on, right? Or is that just FUD too? Or is it all fabricated? And people say, let it go, don't talk about it. Nah, man, that's terror. That's I don't believe in that. This is your investment. This is my investment. Sean Coons with the 2. Thank you so much, man. Is this enough for a coffee? I guess you will need it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Sean. What's up, man? How you been? All right, I'm gonna mute the music and let's listen to this, and we'll talk about different points as we go on.
I am still bullish on Safemoon. It even gives me more faith in John as the CEO.
I get it. On, so, you know, he owes me that no matter what. Even if I leave tomorrow, he should still pay me what I've done.
How much did you initially put in when the project started? If you don't
I ate the $9,000 day 6. I found it on Reddit. And then I told him that their website was dog shit, and I would remake it for $1,000, and here we are.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, Hank, you lied to me then? Because you said that you only put in $50.
You sold your bag, same as Michael. LOLOLL. Paper hands. X, L, and C. No, I didn't. I haven't sold my bag. Stop saying that. The towers fell 20 years ago. Yes, I do. Is it quiet for you guys? My bad. Let me turn that up. Sorry about that.
dollars back in the early days.
Oh yeah, no. I aped in all my bank account between Safemoon and Hoj, and then I made like 20 grand on Hoj, and then I aped in all that shit into BNB, and BNB made a bunch of money because I bought BNB when it was $60, and I held it and sold it at 600. So
nice. Fuck that, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, and then Safemoon, I got it at the Hardman dip.
Nice. That's
I
think I bought right before that, right before the Hardman dip. Whatever March 23rd was, that's when I got into it.
Well, I got mine March
after
12th, technically, and then I sold at the top. So I helped with the Hardman dip because I knew it was going to go down.
Damn it, Hank! Damn it!
And then I rebought during the low peak of the Hardman dip. So Hardman made me a lot of money.
How many of you guys have not listened to this?
Yeah. Yeah, so I made like $1 million something just because I was being smart and bought my own shit. But
Nice.
John seems to think just because I had some Safemoon that he doesn't owe me anything. And that's not how that works. Just because I have my own money doesn't mean you shouldn't fucking pay me more than I would.
Yeah.
I would make more. I would make more using my degree at a shitty company than I do in a company that we pretty much built from the ground up. That wouldn't be anywhere without me, Ragnar, Thomas, and Safemoon Dev. And John treats us like we're paperweights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Unfortunate.
So,
that is insane.
So 2 days ago or 3 days ago, whatever, he was basically telling me that I was useless and that, you know, I'm completely underperforming, blah. Then Trevor left, and magically...
Okay, I gotta deal with some lacking intelligence in the chat. Shows you how people can't let go, like a boyfriend stalking a girl who broke up with you. Hank just sound tired. So if you guys think this needs to be swept under the rug, like, to me, like, you're out of your mind to think that two of the dev team just left and one was going to leave, and this is audio of them talking about different projects, and that we shouldn't look at this. Like, you're out of your mind. I believe in Safemoon, and I'm still holding, and I want it to succeed. You are out of your mind. that type of investing is just crazy to me. It just blows my mind that something like of this caliber can happen, and you still don't want to talk about it or what it might be, because it's not over yet. Do you know why all this happened? Oh, you don't know, but you want to bury it under the rug, don't you? Okay. To be careful how you talk to me in chat if you don't want to be getting muted. If you become too disrespectful to me, I will just ban you. So keep that in mind, Mr. Radiation Freak.
I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. So...
In what capacity have you done nothing?
He's telling me I'm doing amazing, and oh my god, I'm an asset, I'm huge, I'm awesome, but I still don't have shit in my bank account, John. So fuck him.
Sounds like a narcissist.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, you know, we've been here from the start, John. You wouldn't have any money if we didn't do everything for you. We work more than you do. Rasta gave you all the exchanges. It's not like you had to do anything for the exchanges. That's the only thing you've done. And it was handed to you.
That's wild, man.
That fucking fuck.
Yeah, so
I've already pulled out all my Safemoons as well. What you said that you were gonna step down soon. What timeline for you is that? Like next
Thomas
month?
and I are finishing our development cycle, so that he doesn't have anything over our head. Yeah, we'll just pass it off. Hey, here you go. Got myself a replacement. Here's your new CTO. Good luck. Bye. I want my severance, and give me my life insurance policy number. Thanks.
Yeah, right.
What is a development cycle? Talk to me like a big farmer.
So we have Thomas and I set up agile development for everything. So the current sprint inside the current sprint milestone. We're getting beta done for the wallet, all the UI, UX, and then the exchange base setup. And that's what is in this milestone. So at the end of July, our milestone will be done. We're gonna have everything planned out. We're already gonna have we're just gonna phase ourselves out. So we're gonna leave gracefully so that they don't talk shit on our project, because we're gonna disclose who we are.
This is Hank. For any fudders in the chat, how delusional can you be? This is Hank saying that him and Thomas are going to leave. Is that FUD? This needs to be swept under the rug, not talked about?
On the next one. So we're still going to not be doxxed on Piggy officially. I mean, obviously you guys know. But other than that, we're not going to dox ourselves for Piggy. We're going to dox ourselves for the big one. Save that so that, we're going to build our social medias up. We're going to build up the hype. They're going to be like, oh, what's all these guys doing now that they left? And then we'll drop the bombshell all at once of, hey, here's our project. Oh, by the way, we have everything done already. So
let's go.
That's fucking sick.
We're hiring 10 Solidity developers, just paying out of pocket right now. We're going to have, obviously keep this to yourselves. But the plan is we're going to topple every other DeFi project. And it's not just going to be a DeFi project. So it'll have aspects of a DeFi project. But we're going to shoot for higher. So we're going to have our own app for stats tracking, everything that Piggy's app is going to have. But the app's also, we're going to have our own wallet. We have proprietary code for an existing wallet that Thomas already worked on that we didn't give to John. So we're going to use that for our own wallet, get it ready. We're going to have our own faucet, our own wrappers, our own exchange built off KuCoin. We're going to be on Uniswap and PancakeSwap. So the idea right now, as long as we stay this course, is we'll release our next token on Ethereum and Smart Chain, and then release the wrapper along with it as soon as we launch them. So we'll be able to advertise to Ethereum and to BSC at the same time, right out the gate. We'll have our own chart page. I have all the social medias made already, so all the names, all the domains, everything is set. We have an inside guy into CoinMarketCap now. We have an inside guy to CoinGecko, so we'll get listed on those within the first day. We're going to get Audit done before release for everything.
That's insane.
We have a partner, like a huge partner. I can't say who it is, but they have inside guys to all of the top exchanges. So, yeah. And then
the big thing, guys, is I almost feel like I need to replay this because you guys are saying Thomas never quit. This is Hank talking about Thomas and him leaving to a new project and then doxing themselves. Now, when we look at what Ginger was talking about, he said that Thomas disagreed with John on the future of Safemoon, and that Thomas thought that the direction that John was taking Safemoon was going to destroy Safemoon. This is what Ginger is saying. And yes, there's two ways to look at that. One, Ginger's just making up all this bullshit and he's lying. Or two, he talked to him and this could be a reliable source. You can't know 100%, but you have to consider that when looking at that. When you look at that, it seems that Thomas and Hank were not getting along with John, and they had a disagreement on how Safemoon should work, and they were working on a side project that they thought would be the best thing for the Safemoon investors. Like, they weren't like just these, unless they were doing pump and dumps. If they ever get connected to pump and dumps, then screw those guys. But they were trying to do what was best for the Safemoon investors, and they thought they needed to make a new token that had the right things, and they were going to dox themselves, make themselves known, and hope to bring over the Safemoon investors to this new project. This is his audio. I mean, at what point do you guys wake up? Wake up. Please wake up. I love Safemoon. I want it to succeed, but oh my God, wake up.
The goal at the very end, it's not going to be a Safemoon competitor. It's going to be a smart chain competitor. So
Holy shit.
we'll convert everything to be our own smart chain. So you can launch smart contracts underneath our network. Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
But I never said any of this.
Said what? I don't understand. What said what?
So it doesn't get discussed outside of this VC.
No.
Real quickly, someone's saying, are you telling us not to invest in Safemoon? No, guys, I still believe in the future of Safemoon. If these guys were acting this way behind the scenes, they were working 15 hours a week at some point. Hopefully that stopped. We don't know how long that went on for, but they were working 15 hours a week. That means that I was putting more hours of work into Safemoon than they were, and all the other YouTubers were putting more hours of work into Safemoon than they were. I would work for 5, 6, sometimes 10 hours a day on videos. It takes a lot of effort to make videos, guys, and I've spent so much time. If I want every fudder in the chat to go to my main page, and I want you to watch my main video and watch what that video says. That video says, it's me bragging about Thomas. It's me bragging about the team. It's me bragging about Safemoon in the future and how we're still early and we have all these promising projects. Like, go watch that and grow some freaking brain cells and realize that I don't want to tear down Safemoon. And no, I'm not saying to sell. I just want to give you all the information so you can choose what you want to do. I'm not selling. I don't hold a little bit. I hold a decent amount that I could use that money for sure. But I'm willing to lose it, and I'm not selling. I still think there's a huge potential for the future of Safemoon, but I don't believe it involves these guys.
That's just yeah.
Also,
You got stuff to
it
look forward to.
goes without saying, but also don't discuss it in text
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to stop
with each
deleting.
other.
We'll give you guys
Talk to each
more
other.
information. We'll give you guys more information soon. Like everybody in Redbeard, obviously you guys will get in at the
Alright.
start. Because we like all you guys. So we'll let you know whenever it's closer. We'll link you to pre-sales, shit like that. But yeah, so the goal is Piggy will make you wealthy. Our next project is going to make all of you and all of your families filthy rich.
Good fucking god.
I'm in.
For,
So when we hit, so ideally,
Real quickly, let me say this again, guys. If you haven't listened to the full audio, I recommend listening to this multiple times. You're going to hear certain things that really stand out. One is that he says that him and Thomas are leaving to a new project. Safemoon holders, please. It's not me. I'm just the messenger. I want Safemoon to succeed. The other thing is at the end of this, Hank does say that we should do what's best for the people and the money will come and this shouldn't be about money. So I want you guys to hear that part too, because everybody sees Hank as this big asshole, but really they felt they were doing what was right.
in 6 months, whenever we have everything ready, you'll be able to, how Ethereum has validation nodes that the community members can pop up?
yeah.
And you get a reward for having your own validation node. You'll be able to do that with ours, but it won't affect the environment. So it'll be environmental friendly,
Holy fuck.
auto staking smart chain.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
So we'll be a Binance competitor, not a Safemoon competitor.
Shit.
That's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, we're releasing our own decks too. So we'll be a Pancake Swap competitor as well.
Yeah, it sold like fucking 10 minutes ago, but you just keep going.
Yeah. Also, in the contract, the cool thing about this one is we're going to be able to give up contract ownership, but we'll still maintain it. So we won't be able to rug the liquidity when we give up contract ownership, but we'll be able to exempt exchanges so we can put it everywhere.
Oh, that's pretty decent.
All of the wrappers, we can put them everywhere. and we already have an inside guy too. So we already have a guarantee that we'll be on KuCoin within the first 2 months. So
When do you see the next project, if you could ballpark, going live?
month-ish.
Month-ish?
Oh, let me deal with some stupidity in the chat. Honest Open Permaculture says, no new FUD, so let's keep talking about this for content. Most people haven't heard this whole audio clip, and everybody still thinks Papa's on the team, and they didn't think he was leaving. Do you think I maybe need to show that people need to see the truth of what's happening behind the scenes with Papa and Hank? You guys just only care about yourselves getting rich. You don't care about other people. This is Hank, by the way, on a conversation that he doesn't think anybody else is going to hear, telling people about projects. He's not trying to convince people to hate, he might be trying to convince people to hate John, but he's not trying to like put out a message he thinks everyone's going to hear so that he can deceive them. He's literally trying to have a private call with these people to convince them to invest in his new project that he's working on with Thomas. And he admits that him and Thomas were working on Piggy Bank together as well.
Thomas and I don't get to do any coding at Safemoon, and now that I'm CTO, I have to manage everything, but it's not as hard as it seems. So Thomas and I are going to work on our own project a lot. And since Thomas has scaled back, and he only has to work 15 hours a week, we're going to put 80 hours into our project. Get all this done.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Oh my God. This is Hank and Thomas months ago saying, since Thomas is scaled back, why did he get scaled back? I don't know. And he only has to work 15 hours a week. Guys, I was working harder at this point for Safemoon than Thomas and Hank were. I was putting in 8-10 hour days, sometimes more, on YouTube content for you guys. And they're working 15 hours a week, and I'm putting in 40, 50, 60 hours live streaming the AMAs. I was working harder for you than them. I believe in this project more than they do. They divided with John on the project, and they didn't believe in the future of Safemoon, and they wanted to make something better. I do believe they had what they thought was right in mind when it came to this. I really do believe that. They weren't like, screw the Safemoon holders, or like trying to tank Safemoon. They just thought that this wasn't going to work, and they wanted to make something better that did work. They divided. This happens in crypto spaces. People divide, and that's when hard forks happen, is when a team divides and they go two separate ways with the crypto. Now, oh man, the fact that Hank is admitting that they were working 15-hour weeks, they're getting scaled back. But then he said we can go 80 hours a week on this new project. I mean, Safemoon holders, come on. What do I gotta do?
And we're going to get marketing, graphics, everything done beforehand too. So we're going to have every Twitter post mapped out so that we can do 4 Twitter posts a day for the first 2 months already done. So we'll have every milestone video done already. We'll have all the giveaway posts done already. We're going to, this is going to be...
Are you guys going to use spell check?
Yeah, we don't have a dumb fat Brit doing it, so.
Oh, man.
Perfect.
So yeah, we're aiming for. So we're gonna dox ourselves after the pre-sales are over as well. So
That's smart. Yeah, that's smart.
It will. We're expecting $1 billion market cap the first week.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy cow.
And I own the Discord for Safemoon, so if John does any spooky shit, I'm just taking the Discord and linking it to our project.
Rename it. Look it.
Yeah, I'll just rename it. Yeah, you're right. Delete every channel and be like, hey guys, we're leaving. Here's our new project. Bye. So his best interest is to give me my $3 million severance package.
True.
Kind of forcing his hand on that one because I also own the Twitter. So.
Oh man.
Okay, I want to say something else. People that say this happens, yes, this happens, but you know what also happens? People rug pull all the time and they leave. So that happens too. They say, yes, these corporations lost people and they were still successful. You know what also happens? They lost people and they failed. So let's be real. Or are we not allowed to do that? Only positive outlook? That's realistic, is only looking at things positively? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's how you should look at
He
everything.
can have his paperweight, or he can pay me fair wages.
Oh, but you know what he's saying. He doesn't care about the Discord. Remember?
Oh yeah, true.
That's true. It's Twitter. That's all he cares about. It's your only bargaining chip.
Yeah.
Twitter.
And his.
Well, I own the domain too, so I mean, he kind of needs the website.
Oh man.
Okay, sorry guys, I gotta deal with something else in the chat. And this is why I did the stream, was to talk to you guys about everything. Honest Open Permaculture says, as a content creator myself, I know what you're doing. Sad face, sad face, sad face, sad face. Do you? Do you know that I'm losing subs and that I'm not getting views on this content? Do you know that my entire channel is built off people who want Safemoon to succeed and a lot of people who don't want to hear this information? You don't know that, do you? And you think you know what you're talking about. I am hurting my own investment. You have to understand, and I'm telling you guys this, I know that if I cover this content, that I'm ruining my only form of revenue right now. I just accept that, and I just accept I'm going to have to make new channels, and I'm going to have to go to work and do YouTube at the same time. I'm not thinking, oh, I can get a lot of views, because when it comes to this, I have to look at my YouTube long term. And long term, the best thing for me financially, for if I was to only care about myself and say screw everybody else and I'll just let them find out when they find out, which I could very well do, and which a lot of other YouTubers are doing, then I would just pump it up. Only positive news. Here's we are. Here's the possibilities of a hard fork and the future of Safemoon, and speculate on possible. You guys love to speculate on positive possibilities. But oh my God, if you speculate on something negative, it's FUD, and you should never do that. I mean, the hypocrisy is unreal, and it's starting to drive me crazy. It's starting to drive me crazy to the point where I will tank my own channel, even though I'm a Safemoon supporter, in order to speak the truth. Like, that's the point I'm getting to. So you don't know what you're talking about. I'm hurting my channel. I'm losing subs as we speak because I talk about this stuff. I'm losing views. I'm losing money. So please do not say stupid ass shit like that in my chat. Oh my God.
So you've got his balls in a vice grip, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I own everything. All the hosts, everything.
I mean, all he has to do is give the severance pay. That's literally all you're asking for. It's
Yeah, and I'll give him everything. I don't care. But
all you're doing is wanting to get paid for your work.
I want my house. I want my house, and I want to be able to pay myself back everything that I invest in the beginning of our project.
Yeah.
So, because I'm going to put probably $500,000 toward the new project coming up.
So, Hank, quick question. Will the new project have a CEO?
Yeah, Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll be the CTO, and then Trevor will be the CEO, the community lead. Rostic's going to be fully on board with us.
Hey, when
Our
Ginger
huge contact is going to be on board with us. We're going to have a president who will be the face of the company, so that Thomas, myself, everyone else can focus on what we can do. The president will deal with all the social bullshit, but we're going to do AMAs like we used to.
Nice.
All of us. And
Dude, that was safe. The AMAs was Safemoon.
Yeah.
now they made it
biggest
Jack and
thing
John circle jerk.
The biggest thing I've been able to like.
Oh my God, I can't let these stupid ass comments go. I try to just play the audio, but people keep saying the dumbest shit in the chat. So where did it go? Why have you preached buy Safemoon and you don't own shit? John, you have no idea how much I own. Or enough to matter to you. It does matter to me. It's enough to pay my rent for 2 months, and I don't have a job right now. I'm doing YouTube, and it doesn't pay that great. Just literally everything you said was wrong. Okay, let's get through this audio so we can move on to. There is new information, guys. This is the full audio. If you didn't hear the full audio, you guys heard a 5-minute clip of this. This is the full audio. Hank talks about leaving the project with Thomas. People are saying, "Oh, we can't trust Hank." Are you that blind that you think that he didn't think this conversation, like, he didn't think anybody was going to hear this? He's literally talking to a group of people to try to get them to invest in him and Thomas's new project, and talking about him and Thomas leaving for this new project. And you're saying, "Oh, we can't trust him." The level of blindness, that's insane, dude. Your head couldn't be any further in the sand, dude. If you think that he's lying here about what's happening, you're that blind to any possible bad news to what you want to believe. That blows me away. I can't believe that.
Hit hard on with Wales when I'm talking to them to try to get them to come over is just the fact that once you guys were off the AMAs, the price went flat, but you guys were Safemoon. You guys were a little
Humanized
bunch of guys vaping with hoodies and shit.
Yeah, we love
And then
that.
as soon as that went away, Safemoon died. Like the heart of Safemoon was rug pulled. And that's what I tell people, and they're like, "Oh shit, okay, I understand where you're coming from."
Yeah. So the idea between this is, essentially how I can classify Safemoon is it brought people who work really well together. Me, Thomas, Safemoon Dev, and Trevor are best friends at this point. And we...
Okay, if I have a mod in the chat, I just want to say something to Alex B before we mute him, because your shit's getting old, Alex. I literally already said, I live streamed the wallet launch. I'm the only YouTuber to live stream when we hit 1 million followers on Twitter. The only YouTuber out there to do that. Does that mean anything to you? No. You just believe whatever you want, right? I've said that I believe that Safemoon is in a stronger position now to be better in the future. That's why I'm holding. That's my opinion. I do believe that getting rid of these people who are trying to work on a different project is the best thing for Safemoon. Let's get some more qualified professional people that actually work their asses off, that are in agreement with the team. The team needs to be in agreement. And if getting rid of them makes that happen and makes us get the exchange blockchain Project Phoenix out faster, that's what I want. And I still believe in that. You guys don't expect me to say that, do you? You think that I'm against Safemoon, don't you? You need to quit trusting your own thoughts. Your thoughts are deluding you because you don't let truth motivate you. Truth is not motivating you. You're motivated by something else. We're almost
work together seamlessly, like literally flawless. We always agree on the same thing. We're all, we put the community ahead of making money. Money's nice, but that's not everything. And then the other thing is, we're excited about the technology. We like the technology. We want to improve the space. We want to, it's not about money right now. What is $1 million when you could be it could be a few billion later on, and then we could actually fix world issues with that. $1 million isn't going to get you shit. Why put money over doing the right thing? If you do the right thing, you're going to make money inherently, just by being a good person. So,
no, don't just mute people. Just mute Alex B. He's had his chance of having a conversation and he proved that he's unable to. Yeah, this is my channel. If you don't like that, get wrecked. I'm respectful to you. If you can't be respectful to me, then guess what?
I want to get back to the roots of where Safemoon was when we were allowed to be ourselves.
So that's the audio. Take from it what you want. In my opinion.
Okay, there actually was a little bit more to that audio that he didn't play, where he talks about how you need to do the right thing for the investors. And let me just say this is positive news. All of Safemoon community hates Hank right now, right? Ginormous douchebag. He's the worst guy in the world, backstabber. At the end of the clip, he says, we need to do what's right. This isn't about money. This is about doing what's right for the people. And if you do what's right, the money will follow. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that about Hank? Is that positive? If I say I believe in the future of Safemoon and we're in a better position now, is that positive? Is that enough for you? If I say I'm still holding and I haven't sold? And I say don't trust your thoughts. I mean something, yeah. People believe lies all the time, and you need the ability to question yourself. I question myself all the time, just like I'm giving you guys the opportunity to prove me wrong. With logic, not bullshit. If you can provide me actual logic to show me why I shouldn't be talking about these things, other than the fact that maybe I'm destroying my channel, or maybe not destroying, but having a very negative impact on my channel, it's so much better for me to just hype Safemoon and hype the dreams in the future that we all want to happen. I want it to happen, guys. I want to be rich. I don't want to work. I want to be able to pursue what I want and help my family. You think I don't want that too? You know what I mean? I'm so divided, and it sucks because I can't make everybody happy. You know what I mean? But my conscience also tells me that I should speak these things, that I should let you guys know. I've become a source of information to you guys, and this is how my mind works. When you look at how truth works, this is a great example to bring up real quickly. When you lie, that's when you want to bury things. That's when you say, don't talk about it. We don't need to talk about that. The truth says, hey, I'm open to discuss anything. I have no problems. Put it out on the table. I've got nothing to hide. The lies say, put it under the table. We don't need to talk about that. That's bad. That's FUD. So when you see yourself not wanting to talk about things and hide things, you're probably operating in a way that's not truthful. When you're trying to put everything out there to discuss it and talk about whether it has any weight to it or not, I'm not saying these things are 100% confirmed, but because they're not telling us the truth, and we've seen that there is sketchy things going on behind the scenes, now's a good time to start saying, maybe there's other things going on that we didn't notice. And why was there this huge disagreement between Papa and Hank and John on the future of Safemoon? And what was that disagreement? What did Papa think? Because we literally have Papa saying that he thinks that the way that John was taking Safemoon was going to destroy Safemoon. Do you not want to know that as an investor? You didn't want to know that? I'm bad, evil fudder for telling you that? That the blockchain officer thinks that the future project of Safemoon is gonna die in the direction that he's taking it, and I'm evil for telling you that? Right? We're gonna listen to some new audio now, guys. I'm going to go through everything. By the way, and I keep saying this, I love Safemoon and I want it to succeed. And I will continue to cover Safemoon content. I'd rather cover positive Safemoon content and get subs and likes and not have people hate me and talk trash to me and unsub for me. I'd rather do those things.
I didn't kick the guy out because he hurt the chart. I kicked him out because I don't feel like I can trust him if he lies to me like that. Like, how many times do you have to push confirm to sell something? Couple.
Yeah,
so long story short, we had some bad actors we removed. They're former Rbtc. Their wallets are very intertwined with ours.
Hank has continually lied. Why would you trust anything he's saying? Because when he said this, he thought nobody was going to hear him. You gotta have more common sense than that. Him and Thomas were going to work on another project. Safemoon community, if you haven't accepted that, it's time to grow up.
Because they got their shares from me or from Clyde, or they added later on after getting their initial wallets. So that's kind of the general story. We've had a lot of dumping from the devs. I think we have around $630,000 in dumping from one particular dev who's on the outs with Safemoon right now. And then we've had additional that tie into nobility and other spots. But that's just a rough summary of what happened with Piggy. We were brought in to pump somebody else's bag.
So.
And then basically for like months trying to resuscitate it. And like I started a whole server because they said marketing's coming Monday, and it never did. So like a bunch of us put so much work into like running the Twitter and like trying to like keep it alive. And basically then the nobility dump thing happened where they blamed it on us, which wasn't us at all. And then they decided to run with it and ban everyone from the Piggy Discord, which essentially now we're at the very bottom of the dead project and we're all banned from the Piggy Discord for being dumpers. And
not to mention we all exited at the bottom. like at
Yeah.
the very bottom.
Less than put in. When we got out, they like pushed us out at the very bottom before relaunch. So like we've been out of nobility almost everybody since like before it launched, which is the fun part.
So, I have a question, if that's cool. My name's Power Pat. I'm actually from the Safemoon Investing subreddit. First off, Damn and the Ginger, thank you guys so much for letting the people know what's going on. We're really thankful for you just showing us what the fuck's going on with Safemoon. I just want to put that out there. I guess my question is so Thomas has a really heavy hand on basically he's not committed to Safemoon is what I'm kind of gauging from this situation. Like he's essentially pretending to be this bullshit wizard, and really he wants to like get his bag and get the fuck out. Am I kind of right in assuming that, or?
I would like to kind of bring some clarity to that. I genuinely believe from conversations, one-on-one, just him and me, conversations about Safemoon. I don't know if anybody noticed when I left Safemoon, I was very vocal. And that was because he was telling me that Safemoon was going to die. They were going to leave Safemoon. They were going to migrate to a new token, as much of the holders of Safemoon as possible. But when he said he was doing that, it was because he thought there was, in his words, no way to save Safemoon from the direction that he felt John was taking it, which he disagreed with. And that was more corporate, national currencies, things like that. I believe Thomas genuinely wanted to preserve the value that Safemoon holders had kind of earned in Safemoon or were struggling to maintain, and bring them over. I think his main fight was with John, and I think so. Essentially, I'm trying to say I don't think he intended to hurt the Safemoon holder, the average holder, but he was so single-minded in his process that he neglected the Safemoon holder in order to build a new ecosystem to draw the Safemoon holder to.
Wow.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Let me just say real quickly, I think this is super important. I am not telling you guys anything. I'm merely just providing you with what's come out and letting you decide for yourselves. If you think that Hank lied completely about Thomas, and that Thomas, the day that Hank left, sent him a gif of them hugging and saying basically I love you, and you think that Hank lied about Thomas and all that stuff, that's fine. That's for you to believe. If you think that these guys are just lying and making all this up, I want you to make your own decision. Believe what you want to believe. I would say let the standard of truth be your guiding factor for what you believe. And a lot of the times truth, when it comes to believing the truth, it's not about believing what you want, right? It's about believing sometimes the last thing you want to believe is the truth. Sometimes it is. I'm not saying believe the FUD. I'm saying believe what's real. And I'm just presenting you the information so you, the investor, can make your own decision. I believe in Safemoon. I'm not selling. I want Safemoon to succeed. I want to be a Safemoon YouTuber. But I'm going to cover this content because this is some bullshit. This is bullshit that this happened and we weren't told about this and they're not explaining this. It's bullshit.
No, that's crazy because I've been in Safemoon since early April. I'm a pretty prominent member on the Safemoon Investing subreddit. You can check out my posts there. And I think a lot of people are sick of the cultish bullshit that's going on with it this past month and a half, especially with this whole wallet release bullshit. And I think people just want answers as to what the fuck is going on. And you saying that basically kind of unfortunately unravels the onion of this guy is he's the wizard. But it sounds like, he wanted to fucking bail and that he doesn't give a fuck about Safemoon. So, I don't know. That's wild. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. But.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's a lot.
how does John feel about Safemoon? Like, is he just some like
I couldn't tell you. John and I don't talk. No communication with him. I hinted at an apology on the Twitter, and I will apologize to him if given an opportunity for just behaving badly. I believed what I believed to be true, what I was being told, and if those things were true, then I think my attitude towards him would have been justified. But as things have come to light, I don't believe that those things are true, and therefore my attitude is not justified towards him. So I owe an apology. I can't speak to his motives or what he wants. I can speak to my experiences with him in Safemoon when I was a senior mod, but I can't even begin to speculate. It looks like he's trying really hard. That's what I can say from an outsider perspective.
So I guess I just come up with a new question. What do you think? Why do you think Thomas hasn't been canned yet? Like, why do you think John is still holding on to him if he's blatantly shown, like, yeah, he was going to bail on Safemoon? Like, why is he still have him?
If I was the CEO of the most viral DeFi token in the world that was built on the back of a punk rock core team, I would do everything in my power not to destabilize that image quickly in one go. I would want to allow time for the community to come to grips with things. And as far as I'm concerned, on paper, something that you could prove to an average Safemoon holder, what do you have on Thomas? I mean, we have Hank talking about Thomas. There may be other audio that involves Thomas, but if I don't know about it, what is Thomas is really, really, really sly. So, I don't know. He could probably put a pretty good fight until John. What does John know? I don't know.
Yeah, and also, like, the Safemoon people are pretty in love with Papa, so I would think that, like, unless they were to see kind of what he's been up to, you could also potentially rock that boat a lot with Papa.
There's an entire cult following for Papa alone, so I feel like that specifically has to be.
We saw it yesterday just with him, like, acknowledging Ginger. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's been nonstop. We've got nonstop Papa.
Yeah, well, I've never seen him react in such a, I'm going to come after you legally. It's always been like, haha, fudders, and I was very shocked when I was like, oh shit, I've never seen this before out of this guy. Because I've been watching their whole team.
You want to know why?
Why?
Matt Wallace didn't have shit on Safemoon. Laron Ruggs didn't have shit on Safemoon. I have shit on Thomas.
I can see that.
He knows it. We've discussed it. He's afraid of it. That's why that fucker is not going to sue me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
say the way of trying to, like, oh, I'm right and you're wrong, so I'm going to sue you, but it'll never happen.
I do promise you.
We're a bunch of regular-ass crypto people with regular-ass amounts of money, and the guy with millions and millions of dollars is not going to sue us for, like, what? Being a pump-and-dump group that has no money? Like, there's nothing's going to come out of it, because we're not a pump-and-dump group.
I'll come out right now and tell you what he wants to sue me for and what he believes he has on me, and that's extortion. I discovered something that was extremely troubling in the wallets of several devs involved with the 3 projects that Thomas launched, Safemoon, Piggy, and Nobility. And I went to Trevor, and I brought my concerns to Trevor. I asked Trevor to address them with Thomas, and then we had a lot of delays and pushback. For almost a week, it was Thomas's birthday. I can't bother Thomas with this because it's his birthday. And then when it finally got to the point that he was talking to Thomas, probably the first time he actually brought it up, Thomas was like, we're not going to address this at all. And I said, that's not acceptable. Like, we have to address this. It's a problem. If you don't address it, I have to address it myself, alone. And Trevor said, well, that's extortion. I said, what do you mean it's extortion? He says, you're saying we have to do this or you will do this. I said, no. Criminal activity has to be brought to light. Thomas can distance himself from those people and prove to me that he's not a part of it, or he can do what it sounds like he's doing and cover their asses, which means he's probably also covering his ass. And so I have to burn down the house of cards. And Thomas made moves behind the scenes that made it very clear that he intended to burn us as soon as he could.
Do you think has he ever even been working on this exchange? I mean, he's literally been saying for months, oh, the exchange, oh, blockchain technology. I mean, is he actually doing any of that shit, or is he totally lying out of his ass?
Well, I'm not in his little nerd hacker bedroom watching over his shoulder, so I can't tell you. But what I can say is I can repeat what I've been told. I've been told by Trevor, Thomas, and Hank, and Kyle, that Thomas is working on the wallet and exchange for NFA. He's putting in the minimal amount of effort with Safemoon and putting all of his energy towards NFA. The wallet discussed in the Hank audio is for NFA, not financial advice. And the NFA wallet was written more than likely on the clock for Safemoon, their own proprietary code that they withheld from John, and they submitted garbage that they had made overseas to Safemoon.
Wow.
And it was just a fork. It was just a fork of Trust Wallet.
So this NFA is like called NFA token or something. So I know there's Piggy token, Nobility token.
Yet they've made a contract, but they haven't launched it.
Yeah.
They made the contract. The marketing's done. They already own the socials. They've written all of the like 3 tweets a day for I think several months. They have everything written out and done. I really hope I threw a wrench in those works by announcing NFA on my Twitter. Hopefully that was some fundage wasted. Because if they turn around and launch NFA now, well, then they just proved that I was right about a lot. And then people have to ask questions. Was Ginger right about a lot more?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions, man. I'll stop taking everyone else's questions and I'll get off the stage. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Please let us know any other details you guys find out. Like, you know, you're looking out for the investors. You know, people have thousands and thousands of like their savings in this stuff, and it's really disheartening to see this unravel. And then they're all of a sudden, oh, but we have a wallet. I checked out the wallet today. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that great. It's very basic. I'm not impressed with what they have, and this explains all the potholes that I'm seeing. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your question, dude.
I just wanted to add that the goal of Rbtc was always to protect the investor. It was never really about anything else.
Yeah, we had this like idea that like we were going to help like keep projects stable, which we tried to do with Piggy, but it didn't work because people dumped all over us. But just basically like if we got the chance to ever be whales and tokens, we could like we were excited because we were like, well, if you hold a lot, you could actually like hold it up. But I don't know that works when you're being dumped all over by a bunch of other malicious people. So
we created the opportunity for the devs to sell their heavy bags while we held the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just lost everything.
Yeah, my bags are currently smaller than the ones I took from Safemoon.
Uh-oh, plot twist.
Oh, that we're pulling ourselves.
Don't tell them we're poor, Ginger.
Ginger's poor as fuck. Please send donos. I'm gonna be selling beard hair and razor blades.
Ginger, link your Venmo.
Oh my god, we should.
I'm so lonely.
Does anybody else have questions?
Yeah, I do. Good morning.
Okay, real quick. Crypto control must be lonely. Oh yeah, I'm so lonely, guys. You guys don't know the kind of person I am. I am a person who spends almost all my time alone, and I'm okay with it. But I also enjoy people's company. But I'm okay with either one. Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this? Because truth doesn't hide things, right? Truth doesn't hide things. And if you invest how you want to invest. If you just want to only hear positive things, you don't want to hear anything negative, that's fine. That's your decision. However, me and other people who are smart, we would like to see the full picture of our investment as we move forward. And we don't believe in the bullshit of calling anything negative FUD. Because 2 weeks ago, Thomas and Jack leaving would have been considered, Thomas, Hank, and Jack leaving would have been considered FUD, right? So something's FUD until it happens, and then you just make an excuse for it. I think that when we look at Safemoon and we look at the future, you need all of the context. Of course, they're going to be talking to people that are going to come out and say what they were experiencing. And of course, you have to take it all with a grain of salt and say, yeah, these people could be wrong, but I have to take with what they're saying and look at the full picture. Does it look like there is a clear picture that Thomas and Hank wanted to leave and make their own product? Yes. Charles Caroni said that Thomas and Hank left for similar and related reasons. Charles Caroni, the brother of John, said that Thomas and Hank were leaving for similar reasons. Is that FUD? And we have Thomas talking about leaving the project. Then we have Ginger talking about Thomas and Hank leaving. And we have Hank with audio of him saying that we're leaving to work on another project. But that's all FUD, right? And irrelevant, and we shouldn't talk about it. I don't believe that bullshit. This is very relevant right now because we don't know what's coming in the future. We don't know what else could come out very soon. There could be more stuff coming out, and you need to know what's happening with your investment. If you don't care, then you don't care. Then this is not the channel for you. Go watch positive hype channels. This is not the channel for you. We need to have all the information possible so that we can tell what's happening. If we had thought about it, why did they take the LP keys away from Thomas and Hank? Like at the beginning of the month, they took them away from Thomas and Hank and gave it to the financial department. And we didn't really question that or think about that, right? That maybe they did that for a reason. When Jack wasn't at the AMA, we didn't think about that. Maybe they did that for a reason. If we had said that Jack's not here because maybe he's thinking about quitting, that would be FUD. Don't talk about that, right? I mean, at what level of stupidity is this FUD thing gone to? It's brainwash. You're brainwashed. Like, don't be brainwashed with your investment. It's fully okay to support something and to question it. And honestly, I'm almost done. The best way to support something is to deal with it honestly. I really do believe that you're not supporting Safemoon by being a fudder. I am talking about all this stuff that you guys are hiding, and I still believe that Safemoon's in a great position. But instead of burying this and say, don't think about it, I'm saying, hey, look, things look bad. It looked like Thomas and Hank disagreed on the future of Safemoon and wanted to provide a different way to take Safemoon and to take the holders with them, and they had a disagreement with John, and that by getting them off the team, that Safemoon's in a very strong position to be successful in the future. I really believe that Safemoon can still become something great, but I'm also not an unrealistic blind fool. I know that there's a possibility it could fail. If you think there's no possibility it could fail, you're just lying to yourself, man. You're lying to yourself. And that's why we're looking at this information, to get a full perspective. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Yeah, Papa said he's not leaving, right? But he said he's stepping down as CBO. Why did he do that? Why is he stepping down as CBO? That's weird.
Somebody just sent me to this chat, and I'm good, Angel. And then I saw that Papa's at war with
guy.
My question is, at war for what?
Sorry, you cut out a bit there. Can you?
Well, what's he at war for?
Yeah, what's he at war for? Because I don't see any problem or what's up. And what I understand was, a couple weeks ago, DocX did a little internal investigation on Safemoon and found out there's missing money. Then it turns out there was missing money, but nobody wants to say where the money went. And then all of a sudden, people start quitting and going to other projects. So I don't see what this has to do with Rbtc, and I don't see what Papa has to do with Rbtc. So I don't see why there'd be any issues. Am I missing something?
Thomas and Hank and Trevor and Safemoon Dev brought Rbtc deep into every project they started. They were joined members of Rbtc for a sustained amount of time. They were very engaged with our community. We supported them through Safemoon. And so they overshared significantly with us. So the war I think they want to go to with us, and I should say now, like, I've spoken to Hank. We are on good terms. He and I, not necessarily Rbtc and him. He and I are on good terms currently. I would say that the other devs, they know that I have enough information, and I'm currently working towards ensuring that there's a criminal investigation on the 3 of them. So that's why they're going to war. They're afraid of what I will.
If I have a moderator in the chat, can you give Mattman a timeout for being disrespectful? If he comes back and can be respectful, then we can let him talk. Yeah. Get Mattman a timeout. Got to put him in timeout. Who is talking? This is the Rbtc group. This is Ginger, who was a mod in Safemoon, who talked with Papa. This is a group of people that were on the phone call. People in this call were on the phone call with Hank. If you guys didn't realize what's going on, one of the women that's talking is the one that said, "Get John by the balls" by the vice grip. She's here. Okay, you know what? You just kept going, so you're actually going to get a ban. I tried to be respectful, but you're going to get a ban now. So I try. If you can't be respectful to me, then you have no reason for being here. If you can't provide anything constructive to the conversation, then go somewhere else.
So here's my thoughts on that, right? Makes sense to me. But if I owned or if I was a part of a multi-million-dollar business, however much.
Okay, let me address another stupid ass comment. Mr. Rick Winkler in the chat says, seriously, everyone do yourself a favor, unsub from crypto control and don't look back. Poor Whale, listen to him now. He isn't going to the moon with us. So I've been accused of telling Whale something that made Whale quit, right? Well, let me just tell you guys, it was the other way around. I found out that Whale quit because he found something out. I didn't tell him to sell at all. I wouldn't tell somebody with that much money anything. So yeah, I had nothing to do with Whale selling or with giving him any information. I didn't tell Whale anything. I didn't know this stuff when he sold, guys. I didn't know. So please stop saying that stupid ass shit. I don't know why you're saying that, and it's really stupid. Don't say that. It's retarded.
And I saw all this shit happening, and I was in charge of the business. One, just be honest. You know, say, hey, this is the investigation. These people that did it. This is the reflection from the liquidity pool. This is where that money went. Yes, it should have been used for other things, but this is what it got used for. We paid influencers. We paid for this. We paid for that. Misappropriation of funds. We fucked up. So these people quit. That were behind it. That restores faith back in the community when you're just honest about shit instead of hiding shit. This whole hype bullshit shit needs to fucking stop with whatever cryptocurrency you got or whatever's going on. This shit's just fucking annoying.
I agree with you. I think the difference between you and Thomas is you're smart.
No, I'm a fucking
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you probably an idiot. And some wisdom, world wisdom.
This conversation was, I think, within the past couple days. This is a very recent conversation. By the way, I'm telling you guys, what did Whale say to you? I'm not going to say what he said, but Whale found out information that made him probably sketchy enough that he wanted to sell. I didn't tell Whale to sell anything. I don't judge Whale for selling anything. It's his, he can back out whenever he wants. Like, why would I judge him for that? It's your money. You could sell at the stupidest time or at the whenever you feel like it. And I shouldn't judge you as a person. That would make me a shitty person, right? So don't judge him. What we're doing, guys, I'm not saying that everything that's being said here is 100% true, but I personally, just like a lot of you guys, want to hear this so that we can decide for ourselves what seems real and what seems fake and what we can't know for sure, but what's good information to have while looking at the future. That's just common sense, guys. Come on.
These guys don't. These guys live behind a keyboard their whole life.
And that's what's so stupid about it, right? I have occasions at work, right? And I'm in charge of a couple hundred people. I've made mistakes. I just say I fucked up, guys. You gonna help me fix it or not? And that's it.
Yeah.
End the conversation. These people just will not say I fucked up.
Well, their egos that.
Because you got to think about it, right? The money that's missing from the liquidity pool, did that get stolen from anybody? Did anybody lose any money? No. That was money that was gained and reflected. So they didn't take, it wasn't stolen money. It was misappropriated.
I would argue that what's been seen in the blockchain, there is unknown amounts of LP extracted from Safemoon that has disappeared. There isn't a justified business expense. And it's not a misappropriation, it's simply missing. That's the problem. I think it's missing is simply a guess into a couple no longer core team members' wallets.
It's speculation, though.
Wild speculation.
Wild.
But it is missing
You gotta
on
think
this
so, right?
appropriate.
You got to think, though. All of a sudden, those people are gone. 3 weeks ago, nobody had any issues with Safemoon's liquidity pool. Nobody did. And then then that DocX thing gets out there.
Why don't you say what Whale said to you? Because that's his personal business. I will say that you guys already know what it is. I'm just not going to tell you which piece of information it is. You already know what it is. I'm not telling you which piece of information it is. That's all I have to say about that. Because I respect my friends and I respect boundaries. I haven't sold yet. Yeah, you guys, some of you guys, man, in the chat, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves how you behave.
And then all of a sudden, people start quitting. Oh, we're going to send a contract to somebody else. So is that going to create a lot of distrust in the community? Fuck yeah, because nobody knows what the fuck is going on, and nobody wants to tell anybody what the fuck is going on.
I believe pretty strongly that if John had all the answers, he would probably share them. I think he's been kept in the dark a bit. Just judging by the way that they've treated him and spoken to me about him, a lot of the shady shit that would have happened in the background, he wouldn't have heard a thing about. So, as a CEO, his hands are very tied. Much that he has acquired. He's trusting people to hold up their end so that he can lift his end. And if they're not holding up their end and he's still trying to lift up his end, things are going to get missed. So, I don't know how things are over there, but I can see a lot of room for the destruction that they described wanting to come towards John. Keeping secrets from him would have been the best way to do it.
So we have a saying at work, right? It's called inspect what you expect.
Withholding info from my subscribers while I'm literally sitting here playing audio that no other YouTuber besides Fudders are playing, and I'm withholding info from you. No, that's another, that don't make no sense, guys. Stop saying stuff that doesn't make sense. Thank you to everybody in the chat who isn't a closed-minded person.
When you're in charge of a project, you need to oversee that project, and if you don't oversee it,
Okay,
you can't be upset at
who is talking in the video? This is a Safemoon mod named Ginger who was in the call, or I don't know if he was in the call, but other people in this call were in the call with Hank, right? Some of these people were in the call with Hank. The Ginger was like friends with Papa. Papa said that the Ginger betrayed him and that he wants to sue him. If you go to Papa's Twitter right now, let me just do this so you guys get an idea of what's going on. Unless Papa deleted it, but I already put it in one of my videos. I don't think he deleted it. I think he left it out there. Yeah, so this is Papa replying to the Ginger, Rbtc, right? And he's saying, okay, with the laughy thing. And I'm open to Papa's side of the story. I'm not saying this is 100% true. But if they don't tell us the truth, all we can do is take all the information we have and look at, come to our own decisions. Here's the Ginger saying, what if I told you your wallet was delayed because some of your devs were distracted making their own wallet? What if it was a wallet that directly competed with Safemoon? He can't leave Safemoon if he mentally checked out months ago. So this guy believes that Thomas needs to be called out, and that's what he's doing. Whether he's wrong or right, I don't know 100%. I can't say I do, but I can just look at the information and make the best decision. Thomas says that he tried to reach out to him and talk to him, and that he thinks that the Ginger is trying to extort him, so he talked about suing him. Now, Thomas did say this. He said, I never doxed anyone. I never stole money. I never laundered money. I never extorted anyone. I plainly am ready to take this the distance without sweating. I really hope that's true. I really do. But Thomas, why are you leaving the Safemoon community? Why are you leaving all these people that support you and love you? Why are you stepping down as the chief blockchain officer? Why were you only working 15 hours a week and not 80 hours a week for us? I've worked my ass off for Safemoon. More than 15 hours a week. Why couldn't you do that? What happened? Tell us the story. I'm open to your side of the story, Thomas. I doubt you're in here. Maybe you are. But if you are, tell us the truth. I just want the truth. And if you're right in this, the only way we can know that is if you guys come out and tell us the truth. Otherwise, we have one side of the story and another, and we have to just come up with theories and just go off by what we think makes the most sense. But Thomas also said, nope, I'm going to go after the Ginger in court. I don't care about the rest, because he never effing once did I get involved with Ginger's mind games. He's patently wrong. I have no qualms just stopping the games here. It's go time. So I'm open to whatever the truth is, guys. I don't want Thomas and Hank to be the bad guys. I don't want Safemoon to be the bad guys. I don't care who it is. I just want to know what the truth is. And I think that a lot of you guys, in your life, you really need to get to a point where that's how you perceive everything in your life is, I don't care what it is. I just want to know what's real. Whether it's bad, good, terrible. That's how you find what the truth is. If you're using any other standard, you're believing lies, and you're going to be lost in your mind because you believe a bunch of lies. That's 100% true. You need to be willing to be wrong. You need to be willing to question yourself. You need to be willing to question your beliefs, because truth stands against all lies. The truth has nothing to hide. It's a light that pushes away all the darkness. That's how truth operates. That's how information that's true operates. It has nothing to hide, and it pushes away everything, and it's open to being attacked because it has nothing to hide. Lies can get exposed by the truth and be shown for what they are. That's why they have reason to hide. That's why they have a reason to not want to come to the light and be seen for what they are.
Because you didn't do your job. So inspect what you expect. John should have inspected what he expected instead of giving too much blind faith into people to do their jobs
It's okay,
correctly.
Dustin. Thanks, man.
Because when you follow people blindly, nothing is done right in life. You don't just say, oh, I like Angel, she's good people, I'm just going to do whatever she says from now on. That's good. It's blind faith. Blind faith is wrong. Right? You don't do that. And people...
No, you're right, especially in DeFi.
Yes, and he had blind faith in his partner and the people they hired to do their job. Blind faith. So, yes, you are responsible.
In his defense, a little bit in that regard, like, I do think that nobody expected Safemoon to get as big as it did, and like, he is 26 years old. This was probably a huge learning curve for him at first. Just in regards to, like, not, maybe making some mistakes in that part of the leadership of trusting people, and these are your buddies. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, and that does. I mean, you're right. He is young. But the fact is, even though he's being, I'm young. I'm only 36. So, but being young is not an excuse, right? Because, say, for example, I own a business and I open up 3 chains of restaurants and I'm making over $1 million a year and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Right? All I know is I own these businesses, they're making money. Well, what do? It's called a board of directors, and you can still sit ahead of the board of directors, right? But who overall is in charge? The board of directors has the vote. They can vote you in, they can vote you out. Let the board of directors run it. Right? Appointed by the people, for the people, by the people. Instead, Safemoon was on this internal thing to where we don't need anybody else, we're going to do it ourselves. Even though somebody just said they're 26 years old, first off, they're a bunch of fucking idiots. If they're 26 years old and they don't let somebody else run it for them, that shit's fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, not in 36.
What are you doing? You're an idiot, right? That's like giving $30 million or whatever to a 19-year-old and say, here's the money for the rest of your life, figure it out. That's just stupid. That 19-year-old don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just going to piss that money away. Like, you just don't do shit like that. People are just...
So, first of all, I want to thank you for saying 36 is young. I'm 37. So, that helps me a little bit. You old one here.
Guy.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we hear you on the John thing. I think that everybody who is in an equal position in leadership shares equal responsibility, and so we could blame John all day for not knowing things. Trust. There's more than blind trust involved in this. Like, the guy believed that the three of them were his friends, and so I've been betrayed and burned in this environment before, and I know how it feels to think you can trust somebody and then find out that they've been lying to you. So I would ask for a little caution on how we talk about John. I don't know him as a person personally. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't been involved in Safemoon since early June. So maybe before that, May. So I can't give any insight into that. We can speculate on proper business management, but I just want to try to stay a little bit away from John just because he's not my purview. He's not my area. I have a really good understanding of the inner workings of a team of sociopathic criminals. He wasn't in that group. That's the only thing I can really say about John. He never lied to me.
I think hey Ginger, I came up with one question. I saw your Twitter feed stuff going down yesterday, and I did notice you mentioned something about the hoots. What the hell does the owl and the hoots mean? Like, they've been doing that bullshit for like 2 months now. Do you know what that is?
Get ready, guys.
Yeah, Dev were on the phone with a prominent crypto personality. He heard a weird sound outside, went out to look. It was owls fucking in the tree. Ever since that day, they send owls around. There's no code. They're not getting an extra cool secret project. It's not a key to open a portal to Thomas's basement.
They're literally just trolling you.
Yeah.
And confirm, Papa actually told us when we were still Safemoon mods about that.
Wow.
Sorry. It's like telling somebody Santa Claus doesn't exist or the Tooth Fairy's not real. Owls ain't shit.
God.
Wait, hold up. Not real?
Dude, that's so embarrassing. Dude, so many people get hyped up about that shit. And really, it's just them talking about owls fucking in a tree. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god.
I wish I was kidding you. How many people added owls to their PFPs?
Oh my god.
I think this is how that team...
Okay, so I want to go over my opinion on that really quick. In one sense, that was the funniest shit I've ever heard. That we have so many people dedicated to like Elon Musk, Mesh Networks. What could it possibly be? Is it this guy who's got the name Owl or Hoot? Like, hours of everything, and it's just two birds having sex in like Thomas's backyard. In one sense, that was hilarious. In another sense, if that's true, that's the biggest FU to the community, because we were wasting all our time trying to figure out what that meant. Now, I will say it's possible that if it started that way, they could turn it into something. They could have said, oh shit, we need to add something with owls to Safemoon to connect this to something actually legit, like, so that if they do find out, that we'll have something actually unique connected to it. So if you go watch Thomas's Binance Influencer of the Year award, he says, we are stewards of the moon, owls watching over the space. So they did, it seems like maybe it started as just two birds banging, which I've never seen owls fuck. Have you guys seen owls fuck? I've never seen that. I don't know why. I've never seen owls fuck. Pardon my French. But maybe they tried to turn it into something afterwards, and we definitely gave them a lot of ideas. But I think the Safemoon community would be pretty upset if that turned out to be true, that the true origin of owls that we all spent so much time on was two birds in a tree banging.
Team feels about their investors. You're a joke.
Oh, real quick. Sorry, I didn't see the donation. See, Storm Crow with the $5. Thanks so much, man. Can someone address what happens when liquidity pool becomes worth 110% of the market cap? How would Safemoon work to achieve this? Storm Crow, I was talking to Mark about that a little bit, Moon Mark, and he said that the community misunderstood what Safemoon Dev was trying to say, and that basically that Mark seemed to think that there was no way that we could have 100% of the liquidity pool, and that the only way that could happen is if we all sold. And Mark is way beyond me when it comes to understanding on how DeFi works. So I'm just giving you guys that information while you're here. Guys, hit the like button if you appreciate my stream and you appreciate getting this kind of deep info that you're just really not going to get anywhere else unless you're doing your own research. By the way, I recommend all of you guys do your own research and make the best choice for yourself. I don't want to persuade you to sell or buy. I just want to put as much information out there so you can make that choice. Is that fair, or am I an asshole? I don't know. Maybe I'm still an asshole.
Wow.
You say that team, that's not like including John or.
That is not. That does. So, for the record or recording, make this extremely clear. I think Safemoon is poised in the greatest position it's ever been in for a healthy rise, a real project AX, or however you spell it. The dead weight is being shed. The community's eyes are opening to what's actually happened. You can't overcome a problem if you can't see the problem. And now, with the help of Rbtc and several other really hard-working community members, you guys can see what the problem is and overcome it. So much so that I'm a little tempted to buy some Safemoon in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, I think Safemoon, I still believe in the idea of it. I'm still holding a lot of Safemoon. I have like 4 billion Safemoon that I've been holding for months now. And you're absolutely right. Like, I definitely think that, I mean, the wallet definitely needs to be improved. But conceptually, I mean, they have the resources. And to me, it's mind-blowing that they released the wallet 2 weeks late, and it's so basic when they have literally millions of dollars to hire any developers, architects, Solidity devs.
Yeah, honest, open permaculture said the only asshole part is beating a dead horse. If you know this stuff, then why are you here? Other people don't know this stuff. Other people haven't heard this stuff, and other people haven't thought on these things. When you listen to these things, you're able to go into it. Like, let's talk about this. Did everybody know? I'm sorry that I'm getting so worked up. Did everybody know that Papa said that Safemoon, that Ginger said that Papa said that Safemoon is dead with the direction that John was taking it? Is that beating a dead horse? Or is that kind of probably new information for a lot of people that investors should know about? Or do you not care about investors having all the information, do you? You're close to getting a timeout and a ban. So keep that in mind. Appreciate the info. I don't really do social media, no Twitter, Facebook, just you and Michael. See, there's one comment right there. I appreciate you telling me. Charles Crony said he misunderstood info. Yeah, he said he misunderstood after saying that Thomas and Hank were leaving for connected reasons, and for the same reason, and that they resigned. That was not an accident. He spoke the truth. I appreciate you guys too. This is not fake. This is, by the way, this group, the Rbtc, has high level. If you go into the Discord, we still have a community manager who's a part of this group who is speaking out with these people about the truth of what happened, because they're getting associated with rug pulls and they didn't do the rug pull. And this Rbtc group is a group that Thomas and Hank went into, and that's where those phone calls got recorded. That's why this group has those people from it on the call. The lady who said he's got him by the balls with the vice grip, she's in this call right now, and so is Ginger.
You know, they can hire all these very fucking smart people to work on this shit, to create their own custom, yeah. I heard John say, like, oh, we got 90 plus employees. Do they really have 90 plus employees, or are they just saying, oh, really, that's like 50 mods that are just in Discord, and really it's just me and 3 guys?
I couldn't tell you that at all. All I can say is, if I promised you, hey, dude, I got this part of the project, you don't worry about it, move on to the other thing, and you move on to the other thing, and then I drop the ball, yeah, you're going to be blamed for it too, because you trusted me, but it's not your fault. Yeah, the wallet sucks. That's just because nobody gave a shit about building the wallet. People who were trusted to do it didn't do their fiduciary or even social responsibility. So that's not on Safemoon, ultimately. That's on people who literally said fuck Safemoon regularly in voice calls. who were sick and tired of the Safemoon community referred to the Safemoon army as Nazis. So
wow,
I'm not going to protect that. The wallet is the fault of Thomas and Hank. It is not the fault of John or Safemoon corporate. They were promised that stuff was being done, and then stuff was outsourced and completely the dog was fucked. So it's not Safemoon's fault. It's not the community's fault. It's not the investor base's fault. The core concept of Safemoon is awesome. Hyperdeflationary token in an ecosystem that it's a trendsetter in the ecosystem. There are over 2,000 safe forks this year. They have enough financial backing and a committed investor base that if they can correct course and shake dead weight, they can fucking rally. They have all of the fundamentals of good investment. So much so that they've even shaken some really bad actors. A lot of tokens go on with
the dog was fucked.
Michael Dev for a year or two, but in a very short amount of time, people showed their. And so, no, there's a great opportunity here.
So that just so Thomas and Hank. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Thomas and Hank. So these core people were literally calling hashtag Safemoon Army, hashtag We Are Family. They were calling them Nazis. They were saying we fucking hate these people. Fuck these people. That's like literally what they were saying behind the scenes about the investors. They weren't like.
No, they're saying fuck Safemoon.
They literally said fuck Safemoon.
Corporate.
Wow.
The fuck Safemoon was directed at corporate, and then the cult army were the Nazis.
Cult army.
I was told that if I went public with what we found, it would be worse for us than for the people it's regarding. And when I asked what they meant, because I took that as a threat, their clarification was, haven't you seen the effectiveness and how crazy the Safemoon cult is?
Wow. I'm just shocked.
Yeah.
See, here's my problem with that, right? If we did bring people together in DeFi, cool. But Safemoon also.
I want to clarify what I believe they were saying right there, because I do believe in context. I believe the context of what was being said right there is they're referring to the part of the Safemoon community that are Nazis. I don't think they feel that way towards the whole of Safemoon community. So I do want to say, I don't think that's them saying fuck all of Safemoon. I think that would be taken out of context, and that would be considered what you guys say FUD. I think they were saying fuck Safemoon as whoever's in charge, and fuck the Nazis in Safemoon community, which we have some crazy bullshit people in the community who freak out and cry about everything and whine about everything like little babies. I don't know who raised them, but I understand their frustration with that part of the community. That's how I take that to mean, is that they're directed at that, if I'm understanding that correctly. Kevin Grant with the $5. Thanks so much, man. 100% disagree. I trust John. However, he failed to hire Gordon Ramsay to check the plates before they get out, and the devs sent out raw meat. Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like, as of right now, John does look pretty good, and the future of Safemoon still looks pretty solid, but people who want to bury this under the rug, you're a bad person. You're like, that's bad. People, that's just bad to do. To bury this type of information on the rug, because we need this information so when the future continues to play out, we can tell what's happening. And not just with Safemoon, but any crypto you're invested in, you need to look out for the red flag warnings. You don't just blindly believe in every crypto you're invested in and say everything else is FUD. That's retarded, guys. That's retarded. Stop thinking that way. But I mean, you can do that if you want. If that's how you want to invest, do that. But don't convince other people to look away from information. That's bad. And once again, I do say I still believe in this future of Safemoon. I'm not selling. I'm still going to get a Safemoon hoodie, and maybe I'll shoot some videos with me in my face just walking around and talking to you guys when it gets a little colder outside, so I can wear my Safemoon hoodie and Safemoon hat. I still believe in Safemoon, guys. I still want it to succeed, but this is bullshit that you have got to pay attention to.
Also created a fucking maxi mentality in DeFi. It was there before Safemoon, but now it's even more prominent. Fucking maxi mentality, where you hold one coin and that's all you care about in life.
Why do we have to? Okay, so yeah, let me say this again. If you're saying, why worry about this? Why think about this? Why talk about this? Why not? You're saying, oh, it's speculative, so you shouldn't do it. Well, you're speculating on the future possibility of Safemoon succeeding, so you shouldn't do that either, right? You see how your own logic contradicts itself? Man, it frustrates me to see such illogical things in the conversation. And it's like, I don't hate you guys that disagree with me. I really do want you to just open your eyes, quit attacking me, and realize that I'm just putting out the information, and the information's out there for you to look at, so you can make the best decision. And if you don't want to look at it, that's fine, but stop tearing other people down who want to see the negative too. You can't just look at life and only look at the positives. Like, that's a terrible way to go about life.
Your portfolio, you only care about this one coin. And if anybody talks about your coin price dipping or going down, oh my God, they're a horrible person, kick them out the group. When the shit's fucking true, you can't even go in their fucking Discord and say, hey, your price dropped 10 points today. No, you'll get banned. You can't say any of that honest bullshit because they got that Safemoon fucking mentality because they are a fucking cult.
We have to, a lot of...
I would take the heat off of Safemoon corporate and the Safemoon community. I would say that they're probably, I wouldn't say probably, they are the victims in this scenario, right? And so what we're saying is...
Now let me say this, guys. Let me check Discord. This is important. This is important to know who this person is that's talking. This is a very smart, legit person who's talking right now, and I trust him. And he's still. Let me check real quickly. If you go into your Discord right now, those of you guys that are in the Discord, and you go to Safemoon, click on Safemoon, go to Reddit Community Manager. Anybody who's doing this on your PC, the Reddit Community Manager is Carc. That's the guy who's talking right now. This is a very smart guy who's honest, who's going to give you an honest perception on everything that's happening. Yeah, so just keep that in mind, that this isn't just some random bullshit on the internet that you should not talk about and just dust under the rug. And, you know, if you want to do that, that's fine, but don't condemn other people who want to hear this type of information about their investment. Like, we're giving them our money and hoping in the future of it. Yes, we all want to be rich. It all comes down to, like, we all want to be rich, right? Everybody wants to make a lot of money. There's selfish motives that we all have in our investments. We're not investing to help the world. We want to be rich and at Lambos, right? So... yeah, like this, but at the same time, we are pumping up their project. You should, as an investor, how should you approach the information about a project that you are invested in? It is not to mindlessly believe that it's going to work out. You should be open to all kinds of information and then take all the information, lay it out, and then say what's real and what should I believe and how should I move forward. Come on, guys. I feel like saying Joe Biden that. Come on, man. But, like, seriously, come on.
That several devs in Safemoon were going behind corporate back and talking shit about their own community, and that's not cool. And so I don't blame the community for being passionate and zealous about Safemoon. And a lot of people who were brought into DeFi originally came into DeFi because of Safemoon and the hype around it. And so, sometimes the community can be overzealous. You know, I moderate the Reddit there, but it's one of those situations where, it's passion and it's energy. And yeah, things can get cultish from time to time, but I think that with any crypto community, you're going to see elements of that.
One thing that us in here have to own is that, like, a lot of Rbtc, we're all ex-Safemoon mods, so we definitely helped build the kind of Safemoon mentality. And I mean, even, like, it's funny right now, I go in there and I see, like, the number 32, like, well, we started that. so like, I don't know, we have to own a bit just how, we were following, kind of directions, but we definitely had a hand in creating
I second that. When I left Safemoon, I felt the full fire of the cult I helped build. That was my statement once. And it's true, like, when you are in a tight-knit group that has, like, ideological shared connections, and then somebody chooses to leave the group and create the other mentality, it's it's understandable. Like that is something that happens in cults a lot of the time. Like when you try to leave, then you're just like hated. I sympathize with the statement of like, okay, yeah, people become maxi on one token. That's always bad. I think if somebody were to launch a project that was very successful and be encouraging towards diversification, yeah, it kind of cuts down on what happens in their chart a little bit. But I think I would prefer an investor who wants to invest in a token I'm running or a part of to be diversified so their portfolio is healthier, so if they take a hit somewhere that's so big, they don't have to just sell what they have in our token. They can just, reshuffle their portfolio a little bit. But if you're in one or two tokens and you need a kidney transplant, you're going to dump that token. And that's bad for everybody. So yeah, diversification is super important. But I definitely just wanted to second, like, I'm responsible, very much so, for creating that insular mindset that Safemoon has, the community has, and the moderation team has. We trained them to do that, and I regret that a lot. I think I'm responsible for a lot of people holding just Safemoon and holding it to lower lows than they were comfortable with when they initially invested. By responsible, I mean I influenced them very strongly. I regret that. I regret being a part of making a very closed loop. And I think that a lot of people in DeFi have learned from what they've seen come out of that kind of negative moderation philosophy. I'm seeing changes in other projects where they're actually more comfortable with people talking about another token. That's great. That's what we need. Especially when token leadership can cooperate. Sorry, go ahead.
Alright, so let me ask this question since Carc is here. Do you guys think, with all this shit going down in Safemoon, right? Do you think they're gonna hire Mark back?
I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed. So
that'd be the only reason I buy back in.
I can speak very highly of Mark. I was there the night the hack actually happened, and I saw what was happening behind the scenes and the flurry of activity, and him trying to figure out a way to try to reproduce the exploit to see if it was possible, and the flurrying around with the attorneys. And I mean, it was when the hack happened, the understanding that we had at the time was that that it would require at least $1 million in order to trigger it. We thought flash loans weren't going to be possible because it would require some sort of recursive activity on the contract, and we weren't able to reproduce that. We weren't sure if it was possible or not. Mark is an extremely strong Solidity developer, but he doesn't have the skill set that's more towards the black hat side of things, the hacker side of things. And so we were like literally going through that night trying to figure out how flash loans worked, and we were scratching our heads trying to figure out this whole process. And we thought that there would be at least 24, 48 hours before the exploit was found and executed, and you would need at least more than $1 million to do it. And so I was there the whole process the whole time, and I saw his reaction in real time when the hack actually happened and occurred. And I know Mark. I know how genuine of a human being he is. I know, he was devastated. I don't want to go into too much detail about how much so, right? But 100%, I was there. We went through and decompiled the source code of the attacker contract, the attacking contract, and it was nothing like the contract that we were trying to build to try to reproduce the exploit after we were tipped off by what we believe was the hacker the night before. That started the whole flurry of activity. So Mark is, I think, one of the strongest minds in the DeFi space. I've been in software engineering since 2008, and I've never seen anyone like Mark. I'm not trying to put him on a pedestal like some people have put Thomas up on a pedestal, right? Literally, the guy thinks 10 times faster than any other software engineer I've ever seen. And so when I say that DeFi Mark is going to change DeFi, I'm not kidding. This guy is absolutely brilliant, and I think you would not. I think you would be very unwise to not hitch your wagon.
Okay, I'll do both. I can do both.
To what he's working on.
Yeah, not to be mean, Carc, but I saw guys released your memo saying you're going to cut ties for a minute while you figure out what happened. I sold out my useless. But then once you guys put that memo back out saying Mark's back on the team, I got back in. So, I mean,
that's really sweet.
Yeah, that was, so that whole process I know was frustrating for people, but we took the hack seriously.
Your Discord that day too.
Yeah, we took the hack seriously. I was on vacation during that time too, which sucked. It made it difficult for me to help coordinate the whole process, but the intent behind that was to just say we're taking it seriously and we're investigating. And once we investigate, once we find out what's going on, then we'll take appropriate action. And after the internal investigation and all the facts kind of came to light and the screenshots with MaxSense, it's my belief 100% that MaxSense was knew of the exploit in advance, wasn't quite sure exactly on how to execute it, and was trying to social engineer Mark the night before. And that tipped off Mark and led to the series of events that you saw. And so, yeah, we welcome back Mark with open arms after all of that. And he's shown incredible, I think, restraint in that whole process, where his entire focus the entire time, I think, even despite some of the advice of some of his closest confidants and friends, and even some legal counsel of not trying to create a surge fund to reimburse people, he was dead set and intent and would never take no for an answer on that. So he is 100% focused on getting people people who were victimized from that attack their money, and I think that shows intent. He didn't run away, you know.
If I could do, I think. Go ahead.
Oh, and then also, since you're here, so Safemoon's been working on this app for 4 months, right? And this is the shit they come up with. Useless been working on an app for 3 months, and y'all haven't promised the world. You just said we're gonna make an app that does this, this, and this. And you guys have had your beta out for like 3 weeks so far, with updates being added pretty regularly, right? Changing things around. So everybody knows you guys are serious about this shit. But then we get this other shit that comes out of Safemoon and has a shit ton more money than Useless. And I'm not trying to put Useless on a pedestal or anything, but they have a shit ton more money than Useless, and this is the shit they come out with. Think about if Useless had the kind of capital Safemoon does right now, and the app they could make. Holy shit, that'd be ridiculous.
Well, I just want to caution, so I don't want to make direct comparisons between Useless and Safemoon. I love Safemoon and I love Useless. And I feel that the recent issues with the wallets, this is my own personal opinion, this isn't an official statement or anything like that, but I strongly believe that it was because definitely Hank and likely Thomas, I believe that they were distracted, and that is part of the reason why. That's my own personal opinion on it, but so that makes it really difficult in my mind to blame John for that, because when you have a core part of your team, people that you've been with from the very beginning, that you know and you trust, and you delegate out that responsibility, you expect them to take that responsibility seriously and to come out with a product. And so I have zero doubt that Safemoon can deliver. I think some of the recent actions are evidence that some of the mishaps with the recent app, the recent wallet from Safemoon side, were definitely more on the side of the devs who were causing issues, as opposed to John or any of those people. So Safemoon corporate, I feel like they have the capability, they have the money, they have the resources in order to do these things, and I think they can do it successfully. And now that there's been some changes, I think that it's probably going to chug along full steam now. And for Useless, I would say that it's definitely been a challenge. It's not easy to do these things, and we've been building apps, just myself, and I had a startup, and I brought in some people from my startup to help build these things, and so I already had a little bit of a head start by being able to pull the right resources and get a working team together of people from my startup days, and I think that has given us a bit of a boost. And so I just want to be wary of unfair comparisons.
I think it's very generous, and that is something that needs to be taken into consideration. Both projects have different challenges. It wasn't like they were both starting from the same point and shooting for the same goal and using the same tools.
I would echo that, yeah. Yeah, because I still have full faith and confidence behind Safemoon, especially after some of the recent changes. So I just want to put that out there.
I just want to cut in real quick because the voice chat is so big, just to say that if anyone is uncomfortable asking their question in voice chat and just wants to listen or whatever, you can type your question in the voice chat or in main chat, and we'll tag someone or we'll answer it in voice chat or whatever, just to make it easier.
I have a question for you, Carc, if you don't mind me asking, because I know you're currently a Reddit manager for Safemoon at the moment.
Rocky Man says, Crypto Control, after your crap today, I'm definitely unsubbing your channel. This is old news. It's so old, it's actually 2 days old. Such old news, we shouldn't be talking about it, right? Now you're telling everyone to make their own opinion. Make their own decision, actually, is what I said. Yeah, and you're going to unsub to me for telling you to make your own decision, bro. I'm sorry, that's funny. You can't even get your BNB back without paying more in fees than you receive. Yeah, Medic can CC needs content. He will make a few $100s off of this, but we'll frame it differently to each their own. No, I'll tell you how much I make. I make $5. Streams don't work the same as videos, but I make about $5 per 1,000 views. Streams are usually less. So yeah, I don't make a lot of money. So if I get 10,000 views in a day, that's hard to do, right? It's hard to do. Go look at all the videos. It's hard to get 10K in a day unless you're Safemoon Joe. That's $50 a day. That's my only form of revenue. Yeah, man, I'm so rich and I'm doing this to get views, man. Yeah, you guys just don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. And people, what's so interesting is that people don't want to talk about this, right? That's where it's like, yo, dude, you don't want to talk about information. That's probably the information that needs to be talked about. This is a mess. Mark is okay. Expect the Porsche may don't tell them how to think. Bad vibes on this channel. I got some bad vibes. Okay, man. Yeah. You guys, I don't want you. You don't have to be here. If you don't want to be here, I want you to go be happy. Go watch Safemoon Joe. Go watch Safemoon Positivity. I like those guys. I respect those guys. And those guys both have positive outlooks on Safemoon. You don't have to watch me. But I refuse to be a channel that only pumps up coins and doesn't cover the bad stuff. And you know what? I'm gonna go into the future of crypto. And I'm going to cover all kinds of crypto. And it may be with this channel and it may not be. But I'm not going to lie to people. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If there's something bad and sketchy to me, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to not just pump everything up. And what we see in the DeFi space is you see people come out with a project. They say, yo, this project's going to be huge. It's the next big thing, guys. You guys are in on the pre-sale. You're in early. You need to buy. And yeah, believe in the project. Believe in the team. And every single project, Doge, no matter where you're at, everybody has this. There's these group of these people who have this blind faith in the future of the project. And every project that's ever been rug pulled had that group of people. You know what I'm saying? Every project. War on Rugs. Yeah, I bet none of those guys thought they were going to get rug pulled, right? War on Rugs got rug pulled and rug pulled their own people. And you shouldn't question things. Like, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your freaking mind? And I do want to say one last thing is that the best thing to do for Safemoon or for your friends or your family is not to lie to them. You don't lie to somebody if you see something that could possibly hurt them in the future. That's dishonest. That's selfish because you don't want to experience them judging you. You tell them the truth. Say, hey, man, it looks like you got, a mole or something, or it looks like there's something wrong with your car. You might want to get that checked out. And they go, oh, that's FUD, dude. You don't believe my car is perfect and nothing ever bad is going to happen? Dude, your tire has got a nail in it, man. You should get that checked out. No, dude, that's FUD, bro. That's FUD. It's old news, man. That's old news, okay? I'm like, all right, dude. Well, I just think you should get your car checked out. It looks like you might need to It could cause you some problems in the future. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to be just a hype man in the YouTube space when it comes to crypto. I will be continuing to do crypto and talking about any crypto with a realistic perspective that actually brings value and helps investors who are honest to make the right decisions. That's what I will do with my channel. And then I won't feel any guilt of just pumping up something that gets dumped on and I could have told you guys. Because you guys don't think about that. You don't think about like, oh, bury this information, don't talk about it. I have to think about all the people that I could have told about this information that might actually help them make decisions, the most informed decision. What if this went to hell and I could have told you guys a lot of this information? What if it did? What if it went to hell and I could have told you guys a lot of information that might have led you guys to make the right decision? I will say, as of right now, I believe that John and Ryan and a new team could be the best thing for Safemoon's future. I really do feel that way. I'm still bullish. I'm not selling. I still love Safemoon. I still want it to succeed. But I will talk about this stuff, and you guys, and I'll get hated for it and probably rejected by the Discord and probably rejected by the team. But whatever. I believe in a standard of truth that allows me to not, for my conscience, not to condemn myself in talking about these things. And it doesn't get me more views. It gets me less views. It makes me lose subs. So stop making that argument. I don't gain off of this. Besides when you guys support me, that believe in me, that are appreciative of me saying these things, I do gain your guys' support, and I do really appreciate you guys, because you guys make up for the subs that I'm losing and for the views that I'm not gaining from just being a hype man.
So be honest, like, what's the situation? I mean, that's just hard to ask. You don't have to answer, but you know, what's it like? What's it like? What's the weather internally right now? You know, I mean, I'm sure it's probably a shit show with the wallet debacle, but you know, like, how does John act towards you guys? How does Thomas act towards you guys? You know, like, I think some people want some insights, like, you know, like, what is the treatment of the mods and you guys on?
I don't think it would be appropriate for Carc to comment on anything like that. I would not. I would request that he not comment on proprietary Safemoon information.
I would agree. Well, I'm smart enough to not answer that. So
okay.
What I will give is just sort of a general sentiment, as I think that sentiment is definitely looking up. I think that people just in general, right, as part of
this audio is a group called Rbtc. This has our Safemoon. If you go into the Safemoon Discord, the person talking right now is a very smart, respectable man. He's the Reddit community manager named Carc. He's a very smart guy. He understands coding, and he's just very respectful. So this is Carc, and this is Ginger, who was a Safemoon mod, and who is having the quarrel with Papa. And Papa might be right in all this. I don't know who is right. I'm just covering the information and letting you decide. The truth will have to come out, and we'll have to see. I'm just covering both sides. Whatever they put out is what I'm covering. And people hate me for that. Whatever. Anyways, and this is the people that were on the call with Hank. Some of those people are in here. The woman who said she's got the guy by the... that Hank had John by the balls with the vice grip. She's in this call right now. Is talking to people who are mods and had kind of behind the scenes information and knowledge about what's going on. And if you want to disregard it all as they're just lying, that's your choice to do. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just putting the information out there. And yeah, we're almost done. There's not much long left of this.
The community realize that there's changes, but with change, good things can arise from that. And so just like how Ginge mentioned that it's, you know, when you have a company make hard decisions, like when you have, for example, shedding dead weight and things like that, right? Big things can happen. And so restructuring, reorganizing, all that kind of stuff, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for success. And so that's where I'm coming from, is that I have great friends inside the Safemoon community. I think it's an incredible project, and I still believe in it. However, I think as the inner working details of Safemoon, I have a duty to make sure that can happen in a way that is unhindered, right? I don't want to inject myself into the machinery of that and try to go through and spill secrets. As much as I would love to be able to tell you, all I can do is just reassure you that things are operating actually very smoothly inside the internal SafeMoon community.
So to follow up with that, because the core of the concern for a lot of people right now is their commitment to SafeMoon. A lot of people are seeing a lot of, from core members, Thomas, Hank, and others, I think people just want to know, is the team that is there currently 100% committed to SafeMoon? They're not working on some other projects. They're not doing the, because I heard in that call with Hank, that leaked call everyone's heard of, I'm quote unquote working 15 hours, but really I'm going to devote 80 hours to this other project, and I'm not really working on SafeMoon. Can you safely say that they're not working on other projects and ignoring SafeMoon right now? Like,
I mean, I have no knowledge or awareness of anyone on the core team working on any other projects whatsoever. Now I can't say the same for, moderators or anything like that, or volunteers or things, people who are not full-time committed should not be handcuffed, in my opinion. I think I'm a big example of that, right? For example, I work for SafeMoon part-time, but what do I do with the rest of my time? Do I just sit there and not do anything, right? And so in a contractor or moderator relationship or that sort of thing, I think that there always should be some freedom and flexibility. I think people have a God-given right to that. But when you're a core team member, right, and you are on payroll and you're working full-time and you've committed to a certain number of hours, you're a W-2 employee.
Yeah, and I just thought of something else for people that are arguing against me. If you say, oh, this is old news, do you think this information might not lead to more information about the future of your investment? You think that's impossible? It is impossible? That'll never happen? Oh, okay. So yeah, you're right. It's old news. We shouldn't talk about anything because we didn't think anything was going to come out, and then it came out. Like
things like that. I feel that there is an obligation and a duty that you put your time, energy, and attention into that. Now, I do think that if you haven't signed a non-compete agreement, I feel that it is, again, your God-given right to do whatever the hell you want, as long as you follow, as long as you meet the expectations and the requirements of your job. And the issue that you're bringing up is not necessarily that people have other irons in the fire, right? I have other irons in the fire. The difference is I know how to segregate my time. I know how to block off time. I know how to put time towards what is expected of me when I have different irons in the fire. I have a full-time day job, right? I'm on lunch break right now. So what I'm doing during my lunch break, right, is I'm participating in some of my irons I have in the fire, but I'm going back to work after this. That's what's expected of me. That's my job. And I feel that the issue that happened is, and again, this is my personal opinion, right, is that certain people did not fulfill their obligation and the minimum expectation of their job. So I think that's important to note, is that I don't think necessarily the problem is that people have other interests or other, I mean, DeFi is it's a small, interesting place, and there's a lot of projects out there, and it's like, imagine being able to tell someone who is, working a day job that they can't do any side hustles that are related to their day job. Like in software engineering, it happens all the time. People would feel really constrained and restricted if they feel like, for my day job, anything that I work on outside any open source project, I would be skewered because my day job would be pissed off, right? That's not the case, because people understand that as long as you meet the minimum requirements of what's expected of you, it doesn't matter what else you do. The real issue at hand is that people did not meet the expectations that were asked of them. I don't know if that answers your question.
No, I think that's definitely a good answer. I appreciate it, Carc.
It should also be noted that as far as Rbtc members are concerned, we don't know what the SafeMoon core team is, so I couldn't comment. I don't know who's on core team and who's not.
Right. right. I'm in a weird position to where I am a community manager for Safemoon, but I respect the boundaries. I respect the expectations, right? And
it annoys the shit out of us. I will tell you that this guy has more integrity than me, because there are times when we're having a conversation and it even gets anywhere close to something, and I'm not saying that we have, but if it gets even orbits something that could be NDA or could be some even not NDA, but just like possibly a conflict of interest, he's just like, yep, no, NDA or whatever. Like, can't talk about that. So much so that like he's overly safe. It's like the Mr. Rogers of DeFi. Drives me fucking crazy.
Carc can lie if you pay him to. He's that on instinct of it.
Yeah. Seriously.
I mean, I yeah. Couldn't pay him to lie. Great guy.
Guess what I got?
Funky spicy.
Hunky spicy time.
No one's fudding us. I feel kind of offended.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt. Like, I thought the 27,000 people who saw my tweet. I thought the 27,000 people who saw my tweet were puff all over.
Okay, guys, that's basically the end of it. Yeah, I'm willing to destroy everything I've built in order to be honest, and that's okay. I can just build a new channel if I have to and talk about different cryptos. I still believe in Safemoon, and I still will support it, but what we see is some possibly very bad actors, and because if you're willing to look at all the information beforehand, you'll find out about these things before they happen. I will say that the Safemoon team and the community and even the Discord, I completely understand their approach to all this. Their job is to make Safemoon successful, and it's probably best for them to not talk about what's going on and to kind of deflect it all and say, like, look, that's FUD, let's just believe in the future. I really get that, them being in that position. And I would hope that they understand that as investors that we would like to know all the information. If they want to separate themselves from me as possible or ban me from the Discord or whatever just for looking at this information and talking about it, even though I say I love Safemoon, even though I've dedicated tons of hours to helping build Safemoon, to helping get more polls going. I did so much for Thomas. I felt bad for him because he said he lost his friend. So I got a video. I was like, guys, let's get Papa Binance Influencer of the Year award. I shared post on that. I put so much time into this for you people that come in here and that talk trash to me as if I'm a fudder. Like, dude, I probably put more work in than every person calling me a fudder in here, or any person who listens to this. Maybe not, but probably I've put a lot more work into growing Safemoon than you have. If you have put more work in than me, then I respect that. And I respect your opinion. But for everyone who's just saying fodder, bullshit, whatever, like, you don't know how hard I've worked to help this grow. And that's what we see is some of these people are the same position. There were mods. They were someone who believed in the project. And then even if you look at Thomas and Hank, they believed in the project at some point, and now they don't. This is a chart that is supposedly connecting all the wallets and the transactions between them. Kind of the most concerning one I see, and I don't know, I don't know what's up with this. The Safemoon deployer wallet says is widely accepted as Safemoon dev's personal wallet used originally to deploy the Safemoon contract, which goes right to Moby Dick. Moby Dick is the original top whale of Safemoon, the one that was selling the entire time. Like, that's one thing I feel as an investor is that if we found out that somebody was that whale that was selling the entire time, and I don't know who it was. I can't say I know for sure, but like, it bothered me so much. I was like, why do these whales sell? Like, we're about to do the exchange and the blockchain. They're selling at such weird times, and I never heard anything that made sense. And John said, like, we don't know who that is. And I think that John was kind of in the dark about a lot of things, and he trusted his team. But if that ends up being linked to like Safemoon Dev or somebody else, that's like one of the most ultimate betrayals. That's like the war on rugs, rug pulling their own people. That's like, we were pumping up the price the entire time, and you guys were selling the entire time. I really hope that's not true. I really hope that the the whale was just some dude who got lucky and got in early. But what we see in the crypto space, guys, is that it's dangerous. It's more dangerous than you thought because there's so much room for people to start a token, pump it up, maybe even take their project seriously and then dump it because they told their family and friends to buy bags and they get in early. I mean, they don't even have to like rug pull it. They just have to be one of the whales that tanks the price. It's such a dangerous place. Like, you need to be around behind a very legit project. And I think that that's what John's seeking to make Safemoon, is this very legit project to be behind. But because there was a division on the team about the future of Safemoon, that we're seeing all of this stuff happen. So, yeah, I mean, that's almost all the information we went over in today's stream. We talked about it. I wanted to talk and reason with you guys, and I think I'm just coming to the realization that, like, yeah, the whale was sold. This whale, Moby Dick, sold and like hurt us almost the entire time. They announced a product release, and nothing makes sense for me. The only thing that makes sense is this is a whale who doesn't believe in Safemoon, or it's a whale who's inside of Safemoon who is trying to get out. Like, that unfortunately fits the picture we see. You announce a blockchain and the whale sells? What? Like, what? You not know the price is about to go up? You know how much money you're going to get by holding? By just waiting a little bit longer? You'll be 100 times richer than you are now if you just hold. But he's selling. Doesn't make sense. All the excuses don't make sense. Nothing that anybody says about why whales would sell makes sense. That possibly being an inside guy who believes on the project is going to fail, or has inside information that the project's going to fail, that unfortunately makes sense. Speculation, yes. 100% true, no. 100% true that the opposite, no. I don't know, man. People just can't think, unfortunately. It's very sad, and it's very hard to watch and deal with. It's the Wild West. Yo, this is how the world works, yo. You would do the same thing for your family. I wouldn't rug pull people. I would want to be in on a project. I think most of us, if we want to get in early on a project and make a lot of money, right? But I wouldn't create a project, convince people it's legit, and then rug it. And then go create another project. And that's what it looks like is going on in the DeFi space. There's groups of people who are interconnected, who know each other, who create new projects, get behind them, pump and dump. Get behind another project, pump and dump. And they just go around doing this. It's made me be like, man, you got to be so careful in this space. But I went live because I was like, I want to talk to you guys. Like, I want to talk to you guys. I want to have an open discussion about things. And I want you guys to know, like, I love Safemoon. I love it. I love the colors. I love what it looks like. I love the community. I love the possibility of it. I want to be a Safemoon YouTuber, and I want it to be successful. And I have to keep saying that because people think I'm not Ben Crypto. I'm not a fudder. It's just that some crazy bullshit happened. Jack left, Hank left, Thomas left. There's messages about Thomas quitting. There's messages about they're making their own token. And everybody wants to sweep that under the rug and not talk about that. That's a huge deal. And you're not helping Safemoon by doing that. By being dishonest and not looking at that and not talking about that. You're not helping Safemoon. You're not doing what's right. It needs to be looked at so discreetly. It needs to be looked at by the community in such a way that the team knows that this shit cannot happen again, right? That they've got, if we let it go, then they know, like, oh, we'll just let everything go as soon as it happens. But if we are like, hey, that was some bullshit, don't let that happen again. We've got your back. Don't do that again. Then does Ginger have control right now? That's funny. I didn't know he could do that. Don't let this loser keep you down. Crypto control. But I appreciate it, guys. And I know a lot of you guys are level-headed and really respect what I'm doing. And thank you so much, guys. I have a lot of respect for you guys for looking at this the same way and for understanding that the bullshit that I get, you're probably going to get too, just for being a voice of reason. So, What is he showing us? This is Ginger doing something. I didn't know he could do it, but he's kind of pointing us to something. I don't know if he's talking on a different live, but he's drawing something. I didn't know he could come on here and start doing stuff. This is an interesting program. 70% negative, 30% positive. Respect Kermit. Respect everybody, guys. I love Safemoon. I want it to succeed. I promise. There's not a part of me that wants it to fail. I want to be a Safemoon YouTuber. I want to be financially free. I want Safemoon to succeed so that I can buy a house and have my bills paid and help my family. Like, I'm not the person that a lot of the fudders think I am. And I don't even hate you guys. I think it's worth talking about these things. I really do. Yeah, Rob's Crypto literally just does it for hate. I am not trying to hate or tear down anybody. I'm just trying to look at all the information. It's an edible map and will be improved upon over time as more evidence is compiled. Thank you, Dread Roberts. What's up, man? I was looking at your channel last night. As long as John is on the team, I'm not concerned at all. As long as John is clear on all this, sorry, I stumbled over my words. And as long as we don't run into any legal trouble, guys, I'm super bullish on Safemoon, and I promise you I am. If we can get these people out and there's no legal repercussions based on anybody's actions, and John is still fully committed to the team, which he really appears that way. I haven't seen anything to indicate that John is not super dedicated to the future of Safemoon. Then yeah, I'm super bullish on the future of Safemoon, and I'll probably end up buying more. But they need to clear some things in my mind. And yeah, I don't know if they can, because they just can't talk about stuff. And when they can't talk about stuff, we can't just blindly accept everything going behind the scenes is exactly what we think it is. We have to look at information that comes out and do our best to make the judgment on what it might be and what it could be. So, Control, are you buying more Safemoon? I will be honest. While I am super bullish on that, I'm also worried. I am worried about Safemoon right now. It's in a dangerous position right now. I'm super bullish on it, and I'm like, to me, it's like it's in a position to become the best thing ever, but it's also in a weak position where it could fail, which is why I tried to give this like analogy of like, it's on like a path to go straight up. I really do believe that. But at the very bottom of that path is a very unstable bridge that gets more solid as they go up. If anything comes out about Thomas that looks really bad right now, or John, I don't know if there's anything out there. It is speculation, but it is a possibility, is why I'm saying it as an investor, to be aware of that possibility. Then I don't know if Safemoon could handle it. I don't know how the Safemoon community would react if certain things come out about Papa. That's something that, as an investor, makes me worry. And any kind of legal action that could be taken if there was something illegal done that could affect the whole of Safemoon, I don't know. It would be great to hear them speak on all this. I would love to talk to Papa or John about this, although I'm pretty sure they'd probably say NDA, we can't talk about it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but John said we can't talk about any internal investigations. The day before that, I was saying that I heard rumors that there was an investigation going on, and I just got, I don't even know how to say it. I just got destroyed by the Safemoon Discord for even suggesting that there might be an investigation going on. And then that day, John said, we can't talk about any internal investigations that are going on. So it seems like whatever is on this chart right here, that possibly John is looking into it with maybe a legal team. I don't know. Christy with the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for keeping us in the know. Crypto Control, Safemoon, eventually to the moon. And I want to say, guys, if there's a lot of information out there for you to do your own research, I'll continue to cover this. But also, you know, there's nothing wrong with putting in some time and researching, and hit me up. If you find something I don't know, hit me up on my Twitter or my Discord and tell me, and we can talk about it. Yeah. Undercover Doc with the $2. If you look for smoke, you'll find it. Unnecessary FUD. If you look for smoke, you'll find it. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, if you find smoke, then there was a fire, and that means something was wrong. You know what I mean, Doc? I don't know if that's unnecessary FUD. I can tell you are very concerned, which is leading you to show your concerns more than the positive things going on with Safemoon. Yeah, Safemoon, the dev team just walked away. If I can get a ban, do I have to ban him? If I have a moderator, ban Ottawell for spamming the chat. No, don't call Undercover Doc an idiot. Undercover Doc is actually like one of my good supporters, and it's okay that he just thinks that this is unnecessary FUD that I'm talking about this. And that's okay, but he's been super respectful to me so far, so please be respectful back to him. It's okay. People are going to have their opinions. Crypto Control, I think if John Crony is in charge about everything and he knows what's going on, all this may happen, but in the end, we don't have to worry about that anymore because John got this. Yeah, I mean, you could look at it that way. And my thing is like, no investor out there should tell you how to invest your money, right? They could say, hey, I think this is the best way. But in the end of the day, if somebody else is trying to get you from looking at information, that's bad news, right? That's not good in my opinion. That's dangerous. So un momento. Yeah, so let me look back at the chat. Apple just had security patch. Are they a rug? What's up, Okaloga? How's it going, man? Being good with your money is questioning things that happen. Yeah. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt Safemoon. I'm just trying to be honest. I didn't do this, guys. Hank's call did this. Thomas, Hank, and Jack quitting the team did this. Charles' messages about Jack Charles' messages about Thomas and Hank leaving for the same reasons did this. I'm just covering the FUD that they produced. That's what I'm doing. And is that FUD to cover the FUD? Maybe it creates more of it, but to me, that's worth looking at. When your dev team starts leaving, you don't just go, oh, the dev team left, but we're good and we don't need them and we're good, we're moving forward. Like, no, why did they leave? What happened? What is this about? FUD cover. Did Papa really leave? Yeah, he did. Papa leaving is FUD? No, Papa. I love you, Safemoon Shrimp. I do. I have a lot of respect for you too. You're one of my best supporters. Papa left. He's pretending to be on the team. He took a smaller role. He's not the CBO. He's not the chief blockchain officer. If he is, then he's stepping down and eventually, like Papa's made it very clear that he wants to step down and take a minor role of the Safemoon team so that he can still maintain a position on there, but it's not the chief blockchain officer. Why does he not want to be the chief blockchain officer, you know? Maybe it's a lot of Papa Chief, toilet bowl, and hand sanitizer person. Papa even said himself, oh, well, titles don't matter to me. I'll always support. That doesn't sound like he's still the CBO. Exactly. And it's not FUD. Like, they're doing this. I'm not doing this. This is them doing it. I'm just talking about it. So I really appreciate all the support, guys, that you guys do for me. You know, that's bullshit because he wants to work on his own project full time. I mean, that's possible. Thomas wants to spend time with his family. That's what he said on the Twitter space. I know, Shrimp, I know you're saying that, but if we look at Hank's call about them working on a different project, if we look at Charles's released picture of him saying that Hank and Thomas quit for personal reasons, there's too many connections to Thomas and Hank wanting to leave and work on another project. And I knew that Thomas was... Somebody told me before anything went down that Thomas was pretending to be on the team. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's true or not. He won't answer the question directly about whether he's leaving or not. And then he was like, I'll always be on the team. And it was like, oh, you're not, like, guys, and let me just say this. I love Safemoon, and I had some people call me a pansy bitch and all this stuff because it was such a deep hit for me. If you go rewatch that stream, you can hear me going, like, I keep sighing because I'm so stressed out that Safemoon's about to crash, because I can tell that Papa and the way he's talking is about to leave, and we just lost Hank and we might lose Jack. I'm super stressed out because I don't want Safemoon to fail. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I am actually on your side, whether you realize it or not. And if you think I'm wrong, that's fully okay for you to do that. But you need to give me and everybody else in the chat room to look at the information we want to look at to make our best decision, just like we give you room to not look at the information you don't want to look at and make your best decision. There needs to be that respect between us, and then we'll be okay. But if we don't have that, then I think it's not what's best for the project. I think transparency is what's best. Like, they need to know that we are not cool with this stuff going on behind the scenes. Get the right people in there, get the projects done, and you'll have the most amazing community backing up the future of Safemoon that you've ever seen. When we come together, it's amazing. We've seen the community acting crazy lately because there's been that one whale that keeps tanking the price, and everybody's saying rug pull and the projects aren't coming out. But if we actually get our products released and the price starts going up, watch all of the Safemoon community come together and make amazing things happen. I believe that, and when that does happen, if that does happen, I'll be there supporting it and pumping it and putting my own money into it and making videos on it to make it happen with the community. And I've been shown to be doing that the whole time. Go watch my videos. I've been pumping up Safemoon so hard and putting hours into editing videos to try to get people to look at and invest in Safemoon. I literally made a video that's designed for you to share with your family so they can get a very quick summary of what Safemoon is and to invest in it. And I'm kind of a little worried about that video now, but if you go to my main profile page, there's a video that plays right when you get there is me talking about crypto space and a new project called Safemoon and how big it is, and how we've got the chief blockchain officer who won Binance Influencer of the Year award, and we've got this amazing team, and they've got all these projects lined up, and the price is still super cheap. That's my main video. You know what I mean? I agree that, CC, you are great and honest. Thank you, Shrimp. I respect you even if you disagree with some things that I'm saying. People overreact. I bought Dogecoin before its hype and turned out fine. Yeah. Price is doing much better now. Price is looking good. We're having a good comeback, 100%. We don't even have the iOS release yet. The iOS release could put us close to the 3. I don't know. But it'd be great to make some leeway back. And maybe I'll agree to doing another pump with you guys. Last stream, one of the last streams I did, I bought with you guys. Yeah, when the Android wallet got released, guys, I bought with you guys. I was like, let's buy, and we all bought some to help pump the price. So like, go watch that stream if you doubt me, and if you doubt that I didn't do that. Papa needs to be asked his connection with piggy bank and nobility. I agree. Can the FBI or the British police investigate this? I don't know. That's questions John has to answer. Are you like 60% sure of Safemoon? I'd say I'm probably 70% sure, maybe 65% sure, and the 35% doubt because of everything that's happened the past 4 days. It's only been the past 4 days. They say that's in the past a long time ago. I was like, dude, this was 3 days ago this all went down. Thomas is replaceable as well. I think so too. I think Thomas is replaceable. I think we'd be fine without him. Did Papa actually confirm and state he's stepping down as CBO? That's a good question. I feel like he did, but I'd have to go look that up. He definitely in audio said that even if I step down as a chief blockchain officer, he definitely hinted at that, like, if and when I do that, I will leave people behind who can take care of the project. He 100% said that. Where is Safemoon Dev? He is silent. Safemoon Dev is looking bad in all this. I'd be surprised if we hear from him again. Do you think Safemoon Whale regrets selling? I don't know how he feels. I would love, Whale, if you're here in the chat, reach out to me, man, and talk to me. I would love to talk to you again and kind of figure out where you're at. And I'll, if you do reach out and talk to me, I'll keep everything private. You know, I won't say anything you don't want me to say. I can, he just admitted the D in FUD. Doubt? Yeah. If you don't have doubt in the crypto space, then you're not being realistic. With all the rug pulls going on, bro. Come on. Pump and dumps. Give me a break. I don't think he confirmed, but he 100% did say titles don't matter to him. Yeah, like he It's just like the truth comes out when someone's talking, and he couldn't successfully say, I'm here for chief blockchain officer and I'm gonna make this happen. That gives him plenty of other time. Yeah. I would appreciate it, you know, something that you say, but unfortunately you don't say everything. I've said almost everything to you guys, so I don't know how much. If you haven't watched the whole stream, you can go back and watch it. I've literally gone over almost everything, that there's a possibility of these wallets being linked to the whale that was tanking the whole time. Is that true? I don't know. Is it confirmed? I don't know. But it's possible that you can go track these wallets, and that's what this chart is from Ginger. Is it 100% true? I don't know. You have to do your own research, right? But I'm just going off of what I have in front of me. And I have heard from other very reliable sources who are very smart in the crypto space that there is connections to the deployer wallet in Moby Dick. And there's these funds that seem to be going out into Piggy Bank, into Nobility, and into other projects that seem to appear to look like pump and dumps, and then coming back to different wallets. So they have all these different wallets. That's crazy. But yeah, Papa is not going anywhere. I hope you're right, Doc. I don't think so. I think he's already gone, but I hope you're right, man. You'd make a good politician. I don't know, maybe. Oh, I know he said I'm not effing going anywhere, but that was after a day of us being like, Papa, are you leaving? And then a pause, and then him saying, well, you know, I have health issues and blah, blah, blah. Like, he obviously was thinking about leaving 100%. If you say he's not leaving, then you're just ignoring a lot of evidence. Charles Caroni, the brother of the CEO of Safemoon, said that Papa left with Hank for similar and connected reasons, which means that he, in his mind, knew that there was a reason that they both were leaving together, right? And he told the mods that, and that got screenshotted and leaked. And then he said, oh, I messed up on that information. I didn't mean to say that. But then we listened to the audio of Hank talking, and Hank talking is talking about going to other projects with Thomas and taking Thomas with him to work on new projects because of what's happened with Safemoon. And then we look at Ginger's messages about Thomas and the disagreement that Thomas had with John about the future of Safemoon, and how Thomas thought that Safemoon was going to die with the direction that John was taking it. It all seems to fit together quite nicely, that Thomas didn't think that John had the best idea of where Safemoon was going, and they were divided on that. Who was right? I don't know. But if you think that Papa wasn't thinking about leaving, or didn't leave, or won't leave in the future based on a couple tweets he said, then I feel like you're not looking at all the evidence. He can still dump over 17 trillion on us. Yeah, he still owns some. I don't think that'll happen. CC, why are you still talking about this? Because these are investors' money, and they need to know all the information so that we can watch what happens in the future and make the best decision with our money. Why is it not okay to talk about information? Why do people need to be silenced? Everyone will leave eventually. It's okay. Maurice Holly, I'd like to not be ignored if you mind. Fire Papa, all the stuff you posted today proves he's a bad apple at heart. He can still screw over John. John has a backbone. I mean, as of right now, John looks good, and my hope is in John and Ryan and the exchange and the blockchain. There seemed to be something announced today about the exchange, which is huge information. If Papa was going to leave, he would have left already and taken a job offer from Ripple, in my opinion. Yeah, he already did leave, and then they convinced him to stay, is my opinion. That's my opinion, though. What is your evidence he left? When has he said that he wasn't leaving? You meant that he was leaving? Imanizane? There's a whole mafia group behind most of the shitcoins. Basically, Moby Dick was the developer wallet and they bled us out. I don't know. Like, take this. You can't just take this and then make an assumption. You can take it and say that looks sketchy, and I will need further proof. Like, we would have to actually see like the hash transactions of these. You'd have to go figure out how to do this yourself. And I'm going to talk to them and see if they can't help me learn how to do it. And maybe I'll make a video on that showing how exactly the Safemoon deployer wallet is connected to Moby Dick. Because if that's true, man, I don't know. Hopefully it's something else other than what it looks like, you know. Are you friends with Ginger? No, I just talked to him yesterday, and I messaged him trying to talk to him, and he might talk to me today, but we're not friends. I just met him. I didn't even know he existed until 2 days ago. I like more evidence on the veracity of the claims from the Ginger. Yeah, I'm asking Ginger to do a video, so let me know in the chat, guys. Do you guys want to see me do a video with the Ginger? BSC scan did show the deployer wallet send out free coins. Yeah, I mean, it's there. The blockchain, everything's out there for the eyes to see, for those who know how to look for it in the blockchain. You might have to make assumptions about what's happening with different wallets, which is why he's got screenshots of Piggy donation, because he has evidence to show that that right there was a donation that was happening and all that stuff. Undercover Doc does not. Absolutely want to see a video of you with Ginger. Yes. Elko Loco says no. Moby Dick is cashed out and John and Co. the rest. Yes, do a video. I want to know both sides of the story, says Robin. Gary Ballman. So if you don't want to see it, just don't watch it. And if you do, then you can watch it. He's looked like he said he would agree to it. So I just want to hear, like, it's like two sides of an argument. You just listen to both, and then you kind of just try to figure out who's lying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying to do. Listen to all sides of the argument, figure out who's lying, figure out who's telling the truth. But don't assume one person's telling the truth and the other's lying. Whichever side you're on. Don't assume Ginger is lying. Don't assume Thomas is lying. Let's hear everybody out, and then you can try to make the best informed decision on what the truth is, guys. Conclusion, Safemoon's still a good investment. Need to borrow more vigilant moving forward. So if the dev wallet is connected to Moby Dick, what then? I don't know. I'll talk to Ginger about that. Maybe he can walk me through it, that part in the video. But how will you get Thomas's side? If they don't tell us, then what are we going to do? We need Thomas to come out and address all this. You know what I mean? Plot twist, they're both lying? Hey, it's a possibility. But they can't both be telling the truth if they're contradicting each other, right? Undercover Doc says, yeah, but Tom, sometimes your opinion comes across as you speaking facts and people misinterpret that. I make it constantly clear that I'm just providing the information and you make the best choice you want. So, I don't know. I even say, like, I just said, Doc, I literally just said, Thomas could be lying, Ginger could be lying. I don't know who is telling the truth. I literally just said that, so I don't know how you can say it's coming across as fact. Why is the truth important? Is that a real question? Why is the truth important? Did somebody ask that? That's funny. That's hilarious. Those two devs were gone. They did bad to Safemoon or not. Who cares? As long as the new devs and CEO save, we're a big community. Wasn't this audited, though? Well, one of the things... Is this the audit? Have you guys looked at the audit before of Safemoon? Certic conducts security assessments on the provided source code exclusively. Conduct your own due diligence before deciding to use any info listed on this page. Where is this? Okay, I need the actual audit. Where's the actual audit at? This is not it. Or is this it? I don't remember. Oh, my back's starting to kill me. Oh, jeez. There was something in the audit about access to the liquidity pool or something. One major issue has to do with centralized risk in the add liquidity function. Certic says that over time, the owner address will accumulate a significant portion of the liquidity pool tokens. If the owner is an externally owned account, Certic says the entire project could face big consequences. One thing to note is that half of the 10% seller fee goes into the liquidity pool as things stand, Certic puts it. As Certic puts it, because the owner address currently stands to accumulate a portion of the liquidity pool, this means that the owner address would be collecting a portion of the forfeit tokens. And then Certic has a recommendation. It recommends restricting management of the liquidity pool tokens. It also recommends improving privileges and roles to make them more decentralized. In response, Safemoon says that its founding structure makes it unique from other projects. More specifically, it says it's less likely to commit a rug pull scam because of the legal liabilities its founding team faces. Safemoon also says, we have publicly expressed our goals and intentions of why we will retain custody of the contract. The functions allows additional control for the Safemoon team to make continued strategic plays in regards to long-term growth of the community and the project. So yeah, that was something about, the liquidity pool that did come up when you looked at that. Is Moby Dick Hank? I have no idea. That does seem like speculation without any kind of foundation. Well, I guess you probably could add some foundation. I don't know. It's all old. They already talked about this many times. Sounds good, King. CC, I hope YouTube pays you by the hour because you've been putting in work. They pay you by views. I usually make around $5 per 1,000 views. So I usually make about 20, 30 bucks a day unless you guys are donating. So I super appreciate that. Doc says, scroll up to my last message. Promise I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just saying that you saying Thomas has left as CBO could be misleading thoughts. You're right. You're right. I should have severe evidence for saying that. I think he is left, and I could be wrong. I'm sorry, Doc. You're right. And that's the thing is I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. I will do that. I think that's the right thing to do and the best thing to do. And you're right. I was wrong. I shouldn't say that because I don't have absolute proof of that. I definitely have things that lean towards that, but until I get absolute proof, you're right. I shouldn't say that, or I should at least state it as an opinion. Let me just read a couple more comments, guys, and I'm probably going to end it here, and then I might work on with Ginger on a video later just to get the full side and to ask him like the toughest questions that he could possibly answer. Gabe Pilk says, all this FUD is months old. You suck for spreading FUD. They are an LLC. Get effed. This is 3 days old, man. I don't know if you got a time machine and or what's going on. This is 3 days old. This all just happened within the past week. Thomas had a conversation with Ginger, and he said he was going to sue him. I usually vibe with your content, but your information is wrong, outdated, whether intentionally or not. This is why people are upset about it. That's all I'm saying. Maurice, this just happened 2 to 3 days ago. This is not wrong or outdated. People voted to award Binance award to idiot who doesn't serve. Oh gosh, how else did they pay for all the side projects if they were originally broke? I don't know. I agree that a lot of this stuff is old and whatnot, but this is 2-3 days old information, guys. Now, I'll be honest. As a content creator and as someone who's invested in Safemoon, I kept seeing stuff about liquidity pool, and I was like, what are they talking about? I was like, that can't be true. Otherwise, everybody would know about that. I kind of took that stance. Not the smartest stance, right? Like, I should have looked into that. But I just wasn't the smartest when it came to tracking wallets is really all it was. But I'm going to learn how to do all this stuff just to become a better person when it comes to this information. And that seems to be one of the main things is that they had access to the liquidity pool. Like, I don't know. Thank you, Doc. No problem. Safemoon Shrimp and Doc, I appreciate you guys. Tiffany Pelton, you can think what you like. I cannot watch a crypto control video, so I am in. Echo Loco, what do you mean you're not going to watch my video? Are there any important people on Twitter Space right now talking? Possibly. A lot of the times those Twitter Spaces go to shit, and I don't like listening to them. But if there's somebody smart talking, I'll listen to it. King Hearted said I was talking about the liquidity pool. Stuff is old, and they already talked about it. Yeah, but I didn't say it wasn't old. Somebody asked about them being audited. That's why we looked at that. So one of you guys in the chat said, weren't they audited? And so we went and looked at their audit. And yes, one of the audits, whether it's old news or not, was that the liquidity pool. And the answer from Safemoon was, we're not going to rug pull because we could face legal implications. That is, yes, old news, but you guys asked about it, so it's relevant. I don't know what you're talking about. You're only allowed to talk about things that are happening today. Yo, Mish Marks 23 with $100. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for supporting me. I promise all the money I make literally just goes to my water bill, my electric bill, and my food. I appreciate your zeal to do the right thing and share information. I wish there was a way to present Thomas's side of the story on some of these topics. I 100% agree, and I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to being okay, this was all FUD, and Thomas was right, and Hank were right, and it was just a small disagreement, and everything's okay. I'm completely open to that. I would prefer that to be the case. I don't know if they can tell us everything. I don't know how that's going to work. But Thomas did say he was going to destroy all the FUD yesterday, and I haven't really seen anything yet. But you guys are welcome to message me with any information you have. I'll be respectful to you. You be respectful to me, and we can talk about anything. Why you think I'm wrong, why you think I'm right, things you might have found to prove that they're innocent, things you found to prove that they're guilty. I just want the truth. That's what I got to that point in my life at one point. I'm like, dude, I don't care about anything. other than the truth. Like, I don't care how bad it is, how good it is, how different it is from what I might think it is. I just want to know what it is. And I think the truth is one of those things. It's like when you go to a crime scene, the truth is there to be found, the blood, the DNA evidence. I think reality is designed to reveal the truth, and it works with information as well, that it makes sense, it's obvious, it's connected, and it's very hard to hide. And when you desire truth over everything else, I do think you will find it. You might stumble across a couple things, but just the willingness to being wrong will get you there. Once again, thank you so much, Mishmark. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the donation and the support. What you think is Moby Dick Safemoon? I don't know, man. That's one I'm super worried about. Going into this project or any other cryptocurrency, assuming absolutely none of the founding teams are whales or their own crypto, is a bit ignorant, don't you think? Chicken Nugget, 100%. If you think somebody starts up a crypto and they don't tell their friends and they themselves don't buy bags and get in, that's even a possibility, yeah, you're not thinking very clearly. Of course, that's what people do. Now, whether or not Safemoon actually sold their bags, they talked about selling their bags and stuff, I don't know what all went down. I don't know what went down. If they had bags, if they had friends that had bags, I have no idea. Crypto Control, you panicked live Saturday. Man up, it's crypto. I panicked on Saturday. I don't know what you're talking about, Frank Seggers. Or if you're trying to act like a big man in a chat online, you can do that. That's fine. But if someone's receiving this as fear, uncertain, and doubt, then it is FUD. FUD, okay. There's nothing wrong with FUD, guys. You should have fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's why I kind of hate the word FUD. You should have fear, uncertainty, and doubt if it's founded on reasonable information. It's not that you should never have fear, uncertainty, and doubt about the future of something, like your body. If you start to get health issues and you go and somebody says, dude, that's just FUD, don't believe in that, and you say, I think I might have some health issues I need to get fixed, and they say, no, dude, that's just FUD. You see how illogical that is? And if the devs team starts walking away and these calls start coming out and there might be some possible links between these wallets and there's all kinds of people coming out and saying things, that's a good time to have some fear, uncertainty, and doubt and to want to get those answers resolved. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read all your comments. Nobility and Piggy are suspect. Definitely, Elko Loco, 100%. Thomas is suing so he doesn't have to talk about it for a bit longer. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's in the right, but I'm willing to talk to both sides and hear them both out and try to tell what's on it, what's real. I need a dose of Safemoon Joe now. Thanks for this. All right, B, go watch Safemoon Joe. I like Safemoon Joe. I support him. As long as he's not lying to people, which I haven't seen, then I support Safemoon Joe and consider him a friend as at the moment. But yeah, there's a lot of sketch going on. And I didn't create this FUD, guys. They did. All they had to do was work on their projects, not leave, not work on other projects, not pump money into different projects, not let money from the deployer wallet go other places. I didn't create this FUD. I'm just covering it so that we investors can look at this with a realistic view. I'm probably going to be ending the stream soon. You guys are awesome. If something crazy ever happens with Safemoon, I will go live to let you guys know about it as it's happening. But as for the moment, I'm going to try to see if Ginger wants to do a video, and I'm going to try to ask him like the toughest questions to try to get all the information and just his full side of the story of what he wants the Safemoon public to know. I will let you guys know that the Ginger still believes in Safemoon and still wants it to succeed. He just thinks that he seems to think that Thomas and Hank had good intentions for Safemoon, but they ended up doing it dirty. I don't know. We'll see what if we do that video, what his full opinion is on the subject. But I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. If you disagree with me, that's okay. I'm willing to talk to you about it and be respectful to you. And once again, I will say, I will end the stream with this, that I love the Safemoon community. I love Safemoon, and I want it to succeed. And I will work to help Safemoon succeed until it explodes. If it explodes, I will work all the way till it explodes to help Safemoon. And I think that covering this information, covering the truth is going to help a project more than covering a lie. That's just what I believe. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to turn on a little outro music. And I'm probably going to just relax for a bit since I've been sitting at my computer for so long.